Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scab or die. It's scab or die. Scab or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I take. Scab or die. Thrills my win or lose. I kiss the sky. And they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing, it's 3 a.m. Charts are moving, I'm chasing them. Candle whispers, they speak in flames. Risk is the devil, but I play his game. Quick moves, no time to cry. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die. The thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. Green and red, they're my only friends. 1 minute charted, never pretend. Pull the trigger, my heart beats fast. Every second, the future's the past. One shot, don't ask me why. It's scalp or die. It's scalp or die. Oh, scalp or die. I'm living on the edge. Every tick, every breath I hedge. Scalp or die, the thrills my high. Win or lose, I kiss the sky. The screen's glowing.
tell. One suitcase, one good shirt, and a pocket full of mail. I learned to read the weather by the bend in the corn. Then I traded that river road for a train in a dome. Taller buildings, harder eyes, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Ticker runs red. Learn the game by the minute with a pad and a thread. From soybean fields to big deals, I can read a room. Every rise, every fall feels like thunder in June. Taller buildings, harder eyes, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Back home they still call me son, still say don't forget where the fields meet the sunset and the nights get wet. So I keep one foot in the past, one on the floor. Every win I bring back is for the folks I'm for. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Yeah, I'm still that boy today. From the dirt road to the trade. Boots in New York. Hey. Come on. Come on, come on. Come on, huh. Hey. Come on. Hey, 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 hey. First bell hits and the floor goes hot. Screens start flashing, don't miss your spot. Price line moving like a stray bullet round. Keep your hands steady, keep your feet on ground. Orders stack up and they slip away. Every tick a test, every second pays. Woo! I can feel that roar through the iron door. Everybody praying for a little more. Hold your breath now. Read the tape fast. One wrong move and it won't last. Open fire. Open fire. Keep your name when the numbers swarm. Grip that plan like a steel front gate. One deep breath can change your fate. Hold your breath now. Read the tape fast. One wrong move and it won't last. Open fire. Open fire. Keep your name above the wire. Open fire. Open fire. Live through the market choir. Win some, lose some, stay in line. Take the hit, then take your time. Open fire. Open fire. Hold your name above the wire. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Congas roll. Claps cut hard. Eyes on price. Oh, hands on guard. When the floor starts shaking and the whole thing spins, you don't chase the noise. You let the truth win. Open fire. Open fire. Keep your name above the wire. Open fire. Open fire. Live through the market choir. With some, lose some, stay in line. Take the hit, then take your time. Open fire. Open fire. Hold your name above the wire.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Sound check, mic check, vibe check. I am back after a couple of days off. I have lots of cool things to share with you. Good morning. We're going to trade my Apex accounts. We're going to trade my 10 funded Apex accounts today. Trying to take them slowly but surely towards target. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that I'm going to start using. And we are going to trade our friends from Ola the CFD account, the best, I think, CFD prop account out there. And I'm going to show you the new one-click trader that I made for you guys. This comes completely free with any Ola Prime prop account that you guys purchase. Just send me a screenshot of your purchase, and I'll send this to you. And the cool thing about this particular applet is it's going to ship with a copy of the BK Dots indicator. It's sort of like the stripped down version of the BK Dots indicator, so you can see the signals on the MT5 without you having to transfer over to TradingView. So if you want to trade the Dots strategy on MT5, bigger time frames, because that's the critical thing when you're trading CFDs. We're going to be trading time frames. Like, for example, right now I have, I think what I have the this is the gold on a 5-minute chart. I'm trading it off of a 5-minute chart, and it actually looks pretty good. We might as well just take a buy on the trade. Hang on, let me get some size on this thing. +1, no, -1. Sorry, plus this, and oh no, I screwed this up. Let me get out of here. Cancel. Here's what I want to show you. Close and close all. Oh, good. We actually made a little bit of money on this. Here's what I want to show you. As you can see over here, if you're looking at the bottom, the coolest thing about the newest version of this applet, and I'll show this to everybody like every hour on the hour, is just like in futures, I made a preset function for stops and targets. So, for example, right now, when I'm looking at gold here, gold is about a 3 ATR, right? 3 ATR. So if I'm a 3 ATR, it's reasonable for me to try to target maybe two points with a 4-point stop. So I can choose this particular stop and target, 4 and 2, and get along the product. Or if I wanted to go for much sort of a longer trade, I can go for $4 target, 8 stop, buy this, and see now I'm basically below the more or less the session highs. We have a little bit of a breakout. Obviously I'm a little bit late on this trade, but this is all on the CFD. I'm just going to basically showcase the trading capabilities. But you see how easy it is to just set stops and targets with this particular tool. You don't have to do anything. It's all preset, pre-configured for you. And it has a lot more functionality. Obviously, you can do a trailing stop, you can do time stop, you can do a whole bunch of stuff inside of it. And I'm going to, as I promised this yesterday, by Asia time today, when we're going to trade Ola exclusively in Asia, I will have the full. I found the web page that I made for you guys, which is kind of like the what's the word that we're looking for? Oh shit! What is it like? What is it like when operating guide or whatever, and operating instructions, whatever the fuck it is that I never look at, but that really made a very cool one. It's all very visual. It sort of shows you every single thing, every single button that this thing does. As I said, all of this is going to be free, and it's going to be part of the Ola campaign. Also, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but Ola, let me put the link in here. Ola has a promo going now where you could enter to get the world, the ticket to the World Cup final, which is just amazing. So if nothing else, just go out there, see if you can enter into that crazy lottery. But that should be a lot of fun. Anyways, all of this is ready to go. It's a really, really cool tool. It's a much better tool than futures in terms of risk control and everything else. It has a million times more granularity than what we have in futures. Mainly because in futures they don't allow us to do a lot of algorithmic control, but in CFDs you can do all sorts of algorithmic control. So enjoy it. For those of you that want to trade CFDs, so those that want to choose a CFD partner, I really recommend this. And I'll talk more about this as the day goes by. But now let's go back to our old friends, the futures, and I want to share with you kind of the one little insight that I had. Can I get from my Ola Prime 1? No, sorry. You got to buy it. You got to buy it to try it. No, this is only for people who purchase Ola Primes. It's too good a tool to just comp everybody. Anyways, what do I want to say to you? Oh, back to trading futures. So I'm going to show you the one trick that I added over the weekend that has made literally all the difference in the world in terms of scalping. And then we're gonna go through the whole structure a little bit later on the tool. Here, there are two types of trades that we do: the lightning bolt trade and the triangle trade. Right? Triangle trade is a reversal trade. Lightning bolt trade is a momentum trade. Right? So maybe those of you who were with me yesterday in Asia can be enough to answer this. But what is the confirmation signal for both of these things that makes all the difference? Anybody want to take a guess on how you use the organic structure of this indicator to just give you bullseye, dead accurate confirmation signals off the triangle trade or the lightning bolt trade? Who was there yesterday who's got the cheat code? Or maybe somebody is smart enough to figure it out organically. What is it that I started doing on the indicator that just made all the difference for me in the world? No, not the Z. There's another component. The Z is the lightning bolt. This is the signal. Z is the signal. Triangle is the signal. I actually have it on the chart here. You guys, you're looking at the chart. I'm giving away the answer. What's the right. Here we go. Correct. For the dot after the lightning bolt or after the triangle. Either way, triangle is a reversal trade. So here in this case, green triangle, green dot, long and gone. Boom, boom, right? Here is, let's do it this way. Here is red triangle, right? Down. Come on, reverse. Reverse, right? Red triangle. What's my trigger? That's my signal. What's my trigger? I actually traded this today, this particular trade. Boom. The red dot. right? That's my trigger. That's my trigger. Right now, we have a trigger. We have like 5 seconds left. Let me see if we can do this trade here with you guys.
Order filled.
All right. Maybe not a good trigger, but let's see if we give it a shot. This is lightning bolt to the downside. Green dot, red dot is my trigger. Being contravened by the green reversal triangle. So we'll see who tries to win this particular trade. Maybe I'll just take the profit. I'll just take quick profit
Order
here.
filled.
I'll take a quick profit on this one because I'm not sure if this is going to be a reversal or not. Usually what you want is obviously a signal confirm win. If you get a signal confirm contra signal, you very, very often you're going to be kind of wrong on the trade. So you might want to just get out quickly. So I took a quick profit on this one, not the full trade that I wanted. But let's see how this plays out. Because we're basically sort of treading water near the London lows, right? We ran all the way through 30,000. Market was actually pretty positive. But then London opened up. And it opened up again. If you look at Market Trap, the tool that we made for everybody for our BK club, the critical thing overnight was that Kospi is really driving global risk appetite right now. Was again dropped like nearly 8% because of SK Hynix chip volatility. I'm going to go into it. I actually, when I was away and I was driving back from camp, I listened to the Odd Lots podcast on Bloomberg that explains why Kospi, the Korean stock market, is now driving global risk appetite in a way that people, absolutely cannot even imagine. It's insane at how much volatility it has created because of certain interesting structural things that they've done. So we'll talk a little bit about that. Anyways, so far we are quiet. So far actually the Reds, the red survived the green scare and maybe would have gone to full target. I took about half target on this one just because I didn't want to hold the trade, but so far the sellers have started to pressure, and I think it might pressure. So kind of like the fundamental background right now of what's going on in the market is the following. What's going on? Sorry, let me take this off. Hey guys, I'm not gonna. Don't ask me any customer support questions. Like if you want to know how to do something, come to Pass the Prop coaching. That's what it's for. When I'm doing lives, we're only focused on trading. So the triangles and the bolts should come organically to you on Wealth Charts. If you don't have it on Wealth Charts, it's probably because you were not enabled for it. And if you do have it, if you have the BK dots on Wealth Charts, you probably need to just go look for my indicator, see if you have it on the Wealth Charts and attach it to the chart. But that's about. I'm really not going to do any more customer support at all in lives because it really messes up my focus and it's very distracting to other people. So if you want customer support, that's what coaching is for. It's Thursday night. Come then. Anyways, what was I talking about? Why Korea is driving all risk appetite. It's really, really fascinating story. So, by the way, man, we missed the trade. I'm sorry, guys. I was yapping. And I missed the trade. So there are two types of signals. There is the confirm signal. This is confirmatory signal. And there is the counter confirmatory signal, the counter confirmatory signal. So in this particular case, we had a green triangle, the triangle trade, which is a reversal trade to the upside, got completely reversed by this red dot. This would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade to the downside. When you get green reversed by red or, red reversed by green, those are really great contra signal trades and very, very, very often very accurate. So sorry, I just missed this one, but we're gonna do 1,000 trades today, so they'll be fine. I'll find you new ones. anyways, bottom line is what I was saying is Korea. Here's what's going on in Korea. First of all, you have these two massive corporates, Samsung and SK Hynix, which are the primary chip manufacturers in the world, which obviously stand at the epicenter of the AI trade. So they're very, very globally, very, very interesting for anybody who wants to trade them. But more importantly, and now as I'm watching this, by the way, let's let me show you. Now I have the lightning bolt trade being confirmed by the red dot. So if this stays red, I'm going to go short again. But so far, no. So the thing that makes this even more intense is that in Korea, they have issued triple leveraged ETFs on either the sector or the actual, I think, single stock trades on Samsung and SK Hynix. And these triple leverage ETFs basically introduce, they're already like a multi-billion-dollar trade. They, oops, let me get short. So
order filled.
I'm late. I'm a little late, so I'm yapping a little bit. I'm a little bit late. ATR is 9, so I want to be like above here. See if this is gonna work. Fuck. I might have to eat this trade. Just a little bit late. We'll see. 994. So the triple levered ETF in Korea every day, because it's completely retail controlled, like retail trades 93% of it. Basically, people are speculating on these triple levered ETFs all day long. And because it's an ETF, it is forced. It is in what's called a non-price sensitive buyer or non-price sensitive participant. It's forced to buy and sell the Korean stock market at any price given in order to rebalance its position. Come on. And that's what's creating this incredibly 5% up, 5% down swings in the Korean market. And that carries over from Asia, certainly into Europe and into London right now, which is like sort of, negative risk right now. And sometimes into the US. It really starting to affect global capital flows because these things are just massive in their trade. Boom. All right, great. We're done. Nice job, everybody. I fucked up the entry, but it still worked. Again, lightning bolt candle confirmed by the dot. That's our trade, right? The confirmation could be either confirmatory or contra confirmation, but either way, it totally works. As a trade. That's the trade that I started to make. That really makes the whole difference for us. Okay. In the meantime, going to the gold trade. The gold trade didn't work. We got stopped on that trade at the lows. So we will reconfigure and see what the next signal brings. If we get this is a 5-minute chart, so we're going to give ourselves obviously time to see what signal comes up. But if gold, flashes as a sell signal, we'll go the other way once we can. Gold is actually pretty flat for most of the. I'm looking at here, pretty flat. We had the buy signal over here. That just that failed. So now we're going to see what happens on the other side. One of the other cool things, by the way, about my gold, about this whole structure that I created for you is how in some of the futures platforms, like for example in wealth charts, it tells you how much margin, how much prop margin you still have. In other words, like how much risk you still have left in your account. Well, that's almost impossible to do on MetaTrader, and I actually built the same thing on MetaTrader. So this knows, for example, the OLA risk parameters, and it's telling me how much risk I have in this account, how much I can trade, so on and so forth. So it keeps the risk profile along with all the stops, and targets and trading. Just very, very cool tool. I almost once you start using it, you'll ask yourself, how did I ever trade without it? Because it's a one-click execution tool that just makes all the difference in the world. Anyways, we'll try to find more trades in gold as they appear. But in the meantime, back to futures and back to working the futures accounts. As I said, here we are basically going to be scalping the triangles and the bolts as long as they're confirmed or counter confirmed by the dot signals. Now we are within what, 20 points of the London low. So does it look like we might test it? Possible. I'm looking at the move here. See, this is London low opening up and reacting to the 8% Kospi sell-off that we had. Then we have the bounce. Now we have the sort of a secondary double bottom retest, and we of course don't move until we have a any kind of a confirmatory signal on this. Can I explain the difference between lightning bolt? If you want a lightning bolt, that's a momentum trade. You're looking for lightning bolt tells you that there is volatility expansion in the direction of lightning bolt. So sellers really came in and they came in hard. The triangle is a reversal trade. The triangle is always signaling to you that there is a possible reversal in place. Now, if you're like kind of day trading or if you're positional trading, the triangle trade, the reversal trade, can be sometimes factor 5, factor 10 of its risk. If you, bottom line is, imagine picking up a reversal at the bottom of a big leg move. Even over here, let's say here's the London. Let me sort of run you through. Here's the London trade, complete sell-off, right? So this reversal, there's no signals here. Green triangle, no green dots. Green triangle, no red dots. Green triangle, green dot. If you're a positional trader and you from the lows of the trade, you have a nice big move here. You have a move from like 900 to basically almost 960, 970, right? Now we're coming back and revisiting it back to the downside. So the difference between the lightning bolt and the triangle trade is the signal for reversal. Lightning bolt is a signal for continuation. Neither one of them is a trade idea. It's only becomes a trade idea if it's confirmed by the dot in the direction of the move. So it's pretty it's pretty easy to kind of construct once you understand, because once you see it, you go, oh, I'm looking for my structure. Now over here, we have a green triangle, red dot. That's a contra signal trade, but it's near London lows. It's already tested London lows. Do you really want to take that trade at this point? I'm not going to take it. Contra signal trades is something that I very much decide discretionary. Is it worthwhile or not to take them? And especially at the end of an exhaustive move, and this is a pretty big exhaustive move to the downside, contra signal trades are not that interesting. They're much more interesting at the beginning of a move than they are at the end of it, right? Like I'll give you an example of like a whole bunch of contra signal trades that were very, very productive in Asia yesterday. We actually traded some of these at the 7 o'clock. So you can see that Asia basically had a lot of positive boost, right? We started like the 900 hour. Where was this, right? We had like the 700 hour. And you see this is, we're relatively close to the VWAP. The market is kind of starting. Here's a red triangle, green dot. That's a contra signal trade. Boom. Trade to the upside. Here's a red triangle, green dot, contra signal trade. Boom, to the upside, right? You had a whole bunch of these contra signal trades, red triangle, green dot, contra signal trade to the upside. That worked very well because you were close to the VWAP. There was a lot of potential to go. There's still, look at this, red triangle, green dot, boom, contra signal trade, right? All of these things produced some really, really great continuity trades in the direction that you wanted. And by the way, here's let me mark this for you guys so you guys can actually see this. Here's the lightning trade. And this is what's so really cool about this new structure. You have the lightning bolt trade over here, right? And generally we would like jump in with both feet into this trade, and all it did is just completely distribute. But the thing that's interesting is it distributed as a consolidation, and then you had the green dot confirming it. Boom, that was a great entry. So you were still long biased, You simply have to be patient enough to get the true signal, and boom, you made money. If you chase the signal over here, you got nothing but heartache on your move, right? Here's a green triangle confirmed with the green dot, right? You took this trade, continuity still to the upside. So you just have to basically understand dynamics of it, and once you do, it becomes very, very clean and clear at how you want to trade it. Hey, Chris, did you say you just passed the 50K apex? Good job. Nice job on that. I saw that. I saw you posted that a little bit earlier. But that's really, really great. Good for you. Good for you. Nice job. So otherwise, we're sort of, we're quiet. The big event today is the PPI. The other thing that was, I'm sorry I missed it with you guys. The CPI was absolutely tradable. Maybe the PPI will be tradable today. Maybe we'll see if we want to do one and done on PPI. I'm not so sure, but maybe we'll do post event on PPI. But the CPI was a huge upside surprise. Oh, we got a trade here. Look at this. So here we go. Let me see which account I want to do this in. Let's go to 73. I want to go 2 size. Let's see if this holds. Oh, it does hold. Okay, buy.
Order filled.
All right, we're gonna go to. Sorry, I'm in the wrong count. Fuck. I wanted 71. I was trying to switch accounts. All right, let's see if this works for us for a small move. All right, good enough. Take
Order
it.
filled.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's a small trade anyway, so I might as well just bang it. Everybody's starting to understand. The easiest way for me to explain the setup is for everybody to watch me do it. You see me do this 1,000 times. You can begin to see how the whole thing trades. Like, let me show you the. I think the trades so far. You can actually see the trades so far. You see. Here we're sellers on the red dot. Here we're sellers on the red dot. Here we're buyers on the green dot. That's it. We have all this preconditions for it, and then we have the trades, and that's how we do it all day long. Right now, I do want to switch to the 73 account, and what am I in? 73. Okay, we'll trade my 25s. And there's nothing more fancy than that in order for us to be able to generate continuous scalp ideas. Give me a +1 if you guys are kind of alive and awake and understand what I'm doing. Give me a question mark if you really want me to explain it further. Lightning bolt trade to the upside. We held the higher low on a double bottom. Let's see where we want to go now. All right, Christopher understands it. Hi, Christopher. How are you? Tim, is it clear for you what the difference between the lightning bolt and the triangles is? R is R is R. Who's new in the room today? Who wants me to explain the full structure of the setup? Tim got it. Good morning. All right. So who's new in the room? Come on. I know there's new people lurking all over the place. People, if you guys are on Twitter, come join us on YouTube /BK Forex streams, or just, you'll see me. I'm on stream now because hey, Jazz, how are you? Um, UB, I'll explain. I'll explain just 1 second. If you're on Twitter, come join us on YouTube, because then you can chat with me. You can ask me any questions. Otherwise, you won't. You can ask me questions on Twitter, but you won't see any of the responses from everybody else that's coming in. Hey China, how are you? Okay, UB. So you have two types of setups. You have the triangle and lightning bolt, right? Triangle is a reversal setup. Lightning bolt is a continuation setup. But the critical thing is that's not the trade. The trade is you have let's just take the triangle trade. The trade is, and I'm going to just give you the simple trade. The simple trade is green triangle, green dot. Only when you get the green dot, confirming that's your go. That's your go signal, right? Red triangle over here. If you go on my little boomer cam, red triangle over here, no trade until you get the red dot. Here's the red dot. Boom, that's your trade. If that trade didn't work, you wait for the next red dot, which is right over here. Trade it again, right? Same thing on the lightning. You have a lightning bolt. That's not a trade. It's only a trade once you get the red dot candle. This is your trigger. This is your trigger. This is a trigger that we traded to the downside. So the most classic trigger is whatever is the signal, it needs to be followed by confirmation. And the confirmation is the dot. That's literally it. It's super, super easy. Hey, Accelerate, nice to have you here. The dot creates the accuracy you need. If you have the dot, so far I've been running 75% win rate on the dot. And we'll do it this whole week. So we'll take my data. We'll take all my data at the end of the week. We'll see how accurate it is. But I think we've been running close to 75%. Like this morning so far today, I'm actually, I think, 4-0. Yesterday I was 7-0, taking dots in Asia. So it's been much, much more consistent and clear than than without the dot. That's the whole point. The dot really makes a huge difference in the trade. So like right now we have a red triangle and we have no signal unless we get the red dot. If we get the red dot, we're going to go short. Good morning, Diesel. How are you? You trading MES? Okay. We trade NQ only. So if you want to come hang out with us, we're going to take you over to the dark side. But you feel free to trade any product. But we trade here. We focus on NQ because it's the most volatile and therefore hopefully the most productive for us. What's the difference in the size of the dots? It just not much. It's like it's an early turn. The big fat dot is just the first dot in the turn cycle. Don't read too much into it. In this particular setup, the only thing that matters is the dot itself. It doesn't matter whether it's big or small. It was really from like other setups that are inside the trade. We have like a whole bunch of other setups that we don't trade. That you could in this indicator. See, so there's no red dot, not a lot of continuation so far. We're kind of stalling, trying to see. The market is basically sort of big sell-off, then chugged along, a retrace move, now back down to test London lows. And now try to see if there's any support around London lows. Latest news is that Korea, came down 8%, dragged all the risk appetite down. Oh yes, so yesterday, the reason why we were sort of positive in New York is because the single most important factor is these days it's no longer Iran. It's still a factor, but you can see how little impact the Iranian conflict is having for a couple reasons. Number one, they've been able to reroute a huge amount of traffic away from the Strait of Hormuz. So a huge amount of product now is flowing out. Number two, U.S. is such a massive producer of oil that all of this is actually better. We're just basically capturing more and more market share out of this thing. And so the oil impact, while not insignificant, is far less powerful than that it used to be. And you see it sort of not having the instant impact on gasoline prices as it used to have. The much more interesting data point yesterday was this massive drop in CPI, huge drop in CPI, which is very, very bullish, because everybody was anticipating the Fed was going to raise rates. And now I think there's a very strong chance they won't raise rates at all. And then you could even make the argument if the PPI comes out today and is muted, which, by the way, I don't think it will be, but if it is, you can make the argument that the Fed is in a position to lower rates, which would be uber bullish for the equity market. So, perception has really, really changed. I believe like the drop in inflation was something like 5 or 6 year, high, a 5 or 6 year record in terms of the biggest drop, right? America profits from the war with higher oil prices. Yes, it does. Yeah. Is the VWAP anchored? No. I think it's just the general. It's not anchored VWAP. It's just regular VWAP. It's not. We don't use. We're not. VWAP door. We don't. Really use it. We just use it to basically give us general price sentiment. VWAP is an excellent indicator of generally where the prices are. You can see that, first of all, it's relatively flat. We have, if you look, the slope of the VWAP is really, really flat, which means that there really isn't any. That's really been the story of the market. We haven't had any true directional movement in the market in a long time. But secondly, on a micro sculpture level, which is where we're at, it just simply gives us kind of orientation and also tells us when things are really stretched away. For our purposes, it's most interesting when things are really stretched away. Because, for example, here's a trade that drops. We pulled way, way, way above VWAP, right? And then we had this big reversal moves here with lots of volatility. And all these reversal moves were kind of confirmed. So you had this, lightning bolt trade, red dot trade confirming just big, big sell-offs. And eventually it broke so hard that you were now looking for a reversal trade. And as I was saying, the great reversal trade in the early morning hours at 4 o'clock in the morning was this. The green triangles were basically empty trades. There was no confirmation. There was no, they were just simply early warning signals until eventually it became a confirmatory trade right here. And if you took the trade here, that obviously worked really, really well, on a positional basis. Because here, if you took the positional move, you said, oh, it's going to trade back to VWAP and actually through the VWAP on a basis. Now we're just honestly treading water on trades right now. So not much really going on. Switching to our friends at Ola, just looking at what's going on over here. Gold is also just hugging the 8 SMA line, so there isn't much to go on. But if we start to accelerate, if I get a lightning bolt trade here, like where the ATR starts, the candle starts to beat the ATR, that might be an interesting trade to the downside. We'll see. Gold has been a super quiet trade over the last couple of days too. So not much going on over here. I'm actually, we can do the other thing we can do. If we go to NASDAQ, and if I'm on a 5-minute chart here. Yeah, I'm on a 5-minute chart here. What was it showing me over here? Hang on, let me. No, it's this one. This one. Control I. What is that? That's the symbol. Let's see if I could do this here. Okay. So this is a 5-minute chart, and it showed us this is a lightning bolt sell over here, but not confirmed. So therefore, there's no trades in NAS, and NAS is kind of reversing right now. And actually, you know what? Let's have fun with NASDAQ. Let's buy this on a. Oh, sorry. Here's the cool part. My stops and targets, right? My stops and targets preset. Let's buy this on a 4080, I believe, right? Let's do this. Yeah, 4080. So it's a 40 stop, 80 target. Obviously, it's a large target, but we'll see if this is a true reversal, which we're going to try and scale out of this position as the trade progresses. So basically here, I'm kind of trying to see if this is a real reversal on a 5-minute. If it holds, we're going to trade off bottom and see if it starts to move up, and then we'll try to scale out of the position, which is something we can't do when we're trading futures in any kind of meaningful way. So we'll see if that works. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Meantime, nothing much on Fuchs. We're still very, very quiet. This was a red triangle. Very important, by the way. Market is dead. Vol NQ, 1 minute under 50 contracts traded. Yeah, it's really, really dead. Yeah, I agree. You know, we're just treading water, which is why we're not doing much, right? Really not doing much. Kind of quiet market. So the confirmatory signal is pretty clear, right? I think you guys have the understanding of how the confirmatory signal is. You know, green triangle, red dot, boom. Red triangle, red dot, boom, right? These things are relatively straightforward in terms of how you trade them. The counter confirmatory signal has a lot of nuance to it, and you can't just trade it blindly. Like, for example, one interesting nuance that you obviously want to be mindful of. If you were to, this is a red triangle with a green dot. You on the surface you say, oh, it's a counter confirmatory signal. I want to go long. But on further examination, the answer should be no. And the reason why is because this, to have a really great counter trade, you need the green dot to be above the red triangle. What you're looking for is the buyers to continue momentum to the upside, not some kind of a tepid move off the bottom. So that is not, that little signal is not the signal that you want from the move. You want the green dot to be at very minimum, right, like right here, either equal to, but most importantly, kind of higher than the red triangle, telling you that, hey, they took out the highs of that sell reversal condition, and that's where you want to be. So it's definitely worth, you need to really be much more mindful of context when you're doing counter trades than when you're doing continuity trades. Right now, all trades are kind of dead, and we're just chilling and doing nothing. I'm just watching a gold out of the corner of my eye to see if it generates any flow, but it's been very, very quiet. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, everybody. So who's new? Who wants me to kind of explain the whole setup from A to Z, so you really understand the kind of scalping that we do, why we try to achieve such high accuracy, and why we do so much frequency. Have I created the indicator for MT5? Not fully yet, Chris. I'm going to hopefully try to finish it up today, so that it's missing the triangles, it's missing the dots. So I got to I just got to add some stuff to it, and then it'll be fine. So I'm sorry, I'm sneaking in watermelon here. I'm on a new dietary regime, which is kind of interesting. I'm gonna share this with. Well, it's actually probably a pretty good time, right? We're an hour into the show, so yeah, just checking stuff. We're now into the show, so I kind of wanted to share this with you. Now, this is interesting. Sometimes you get like a red triangle on a green dot, because remember, the red triangle is basically breaking the lows, and then it just takes out the highs. It's kind of like a super reversal signal, and it can be confusing to people. How is it a reversal signal and a big momentum move? Well, because what happened is prices reversed at the beginning of the candle, and then at the end of the candle they drove it all the way back up. So occasionally you have these conditions. So like right now we have a contra signal, and a legit contra signal, right? One that if this green dot stays in place, that's a big if, but if it stays in place, we have a legitimate buy with a target towards the ICT order block above there. Usually, we always like to go from one ICT order block to the next in order to kind of resolve the overhead supply and demand. So, oops, yeah, we have it. Here we go. Buy. We're in the trade. Let's see if this particular contra signal works for us. But legit trade, right? Legit trade in terms of movement. Let's see if the buyers have the power to take the trade to the ICT order block. Oh, cool! Nice to have you, Andrea.
Order filled.
And there we go. We hit another winner. So now is as good a time as any for me to deconstruct the whole strategy. We're like an hour into the show. Everybody's warmed up in London, and don't worry, guys. If you missed this one, I'm going to do the same thing in New York in a couple of hours as well, because I'm going to try and do this with you guys every single day, so that people who are new can kind of follow everything along. So in order for me to show you the whole setup, I'm going to deconstruct the indicator and rebuild it in real time so that you guys can see how everything works. Okay. So on its most primitive basis, our indicator has the following structure. The long-term moving average, as expressed by the VWAP, kind of gives us long-term positioning, right? The short-term moving average is an 8-period SMA. And, don't ask me, we just like it. It's fine. It can be any short-term moving average, but we like the 8-period SMA. And it's SMA, it doesn't have to be EMA. These are questions I always get, so I'm just sort of preempting all your answers. We're not looking for these indicators to give us anything but the general, clean, directional move, right? That's all we're looking for. The 8-period SMA also has slope that moves with the direction of the 1-minute chart. So if you have positive momentum, the slope is going to be green. If buyers are winning, the slope is going to be green. If sellers begin to win, the slope turns red. And it's further confirmed by the candles themselves. The candles, if they're above the 8-period SMA, are green. If they're below, they're red. And then there's these final visual clue, which is if they're intensely above, that means the low doesn't even touch the 8-period SMA, they're neon green. And if they're intensely below, that means the high doesn't touch the 8-period SMA, they are neon red. Now, all of those things are properties for other type of strategies that is within this. This indicator has a much deeper layer to it than just what we're doing here on scalping. But from our purposes, we're just going to do two types of trades with this indicator that allow us to basically scalp, okay? And how many product points do you average? Um, I it's it, I average 40 trades in a 4 hour session, and and our target is to do 75% accuracy. So whatever, we try to win 30 out of 40 trades. That's how you want to be thinking about it, Emma. Okay, because every single trade is going to be contingent upon volatility. This comes the next part. So the next component. So now when we get into scalping, the single most important thing we want to be mindful of is volatility, and volatility is expressed by the ATR. So I just plotted the ATR. Every single, the most recent candle is going to tell you what the average true range is. Now, as you saw, the average true range here was around 7. That means average candle was only 7 points large, very, very narrow. Now it's starting to pick up a little bit, but it's still underneath 10. And our general risk reward structure is to trade, if it's 10 or under, we're looking for 5-point target, 10-point stop. It's basically half the ATR. If it's 15 or above, our stops and targets change from 5-10 to 10-20. So we expand the volatility, we expand the structure with the volatility. And if it goes to, basically 25 or higher, we go to 20 target, 40 stop. And if it goes to 30 or higher, we don't trade because it's too volatile for us, right? So we have like a whole volatility hierarchy that we trade. And the beautiful part about it is it's completely organic and native to the indicator. So like right now, we're in a 5-10 regime because the volatility is still very, very low, okay? So from this volatility indicator, from this ATR indicator, we now are able to derive our first trade, which is the lightning bolt trade. And the lightning bolt trade simply says to you, hey, this candle is bigger than the average true range. It's a breakout candle, given, and remember that in every single regime, it's going to be different. So in a very, very tight volatility regime, a tiny little candle like this, which is like maybe only 9 points, is a breakdown candle. In a wider regime, you could have a regime where it's 40 ATR, and then the candle has to be like 50 in order for you to have a breakout candle. So breakout and breakdown candles are completely contingent upon what is the near-term volatility environment. So it's kind of like in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. So in a land of low volatility, a 10-point candle is a breakout candle. But in a land of giants, even the biggest giant can be a peasant, because when volatility is high, you really have to beat a very high number to become a Z trade. But in this case, we're 10 volatility. This is a lightning bolt trade, and what we need in order for the lightning bolt trade to be a trade, not just a signal, but actually an actionable action, is we need it to be confirmed by the dots. And the dots are momentum dots. A dot on the candle says one thing and one thing only. The high of this candle beats the high of the prior candle. So that means the buyers were so strong that they not only took out the closing prices, but they closed them above the high of the prior candle. That's momentum, right? And conversely, the red dot means the close of this candle beat the lows of the prior candle. So there was lots of downward, volatility. So what we're looking for is lightning bolt trade confirmed by a green dot. That gives us confidence that there'll be continuity in that direction. We get long with the whatever volatility envelope we want to go with. That's scalp number one. Scalp number two is the triangle trade. And the triangle trade is basically a reversal trade. a reversal appears on the chart when these big high momentum trades have their highs or lows taken out, right? When you have the highs and lows taken out, when you know um, if you're in an uptrend, right, and you have this green momentum move, you're then looking for the first candle that actually breaks the lows made. The theory here is in a perfect uptrend, you never break the lows, right? You always have higher lows, higher lows. That's how you define trend. In a perfect downtrend, you never break the highs. You always have lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You can actually see this. You have these lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. This is the first candle that breaks the highs. It goes above the highs. That's your reversal candle, a reversal triangle. But again, the triangle is not the signal. The triangle is just maybe the triangle is the signal, but it's not the trade. The trade comes in when you get the confirmation from the dot. So in this particular case, we got the signal, waited for the dot, hit it hard, and made the trade there. That's what we do all day long. I think. Let me see. Was this on this account? Maybe we did this on this account. Let me see if that worked. No, this was our reversal trade here. We didn't do it on this account for this one. In this particular trade, what we were doing is red triangle confirmed by the red dot, right? This is downward trade, and this is where we traded to the short side, right over here. This is where we traded this to the short side. So we didn't do a long trade there, but we did a short trade there. So that's our whole strategy in a nutshell. So we have lots and lots of opportunities every single day. Generally, a trade every 10 minutes, right, is our possibility envelope. Sometimes we can go for half an hour without setups because the markets are quiet or they're just not giving us signals. But most of the time, we have lots of opportunities. So then the critical thing is to basically just trade the setup. Focus on the structure and the process and just trade the setup. So that's our setup that we do every single day. Okay, here we go. We have lightning bolt to the downside, confirmed by the red dot. 28 seconds left. The key thing that I didn't explain is that we never trade until the candle closes, because it's only on closing. We have this saying that it doesn't count unless it closes. So another important nuance that you really want to pay attention to is, do I have a trade? I have a trade. Shit. Let me stop yapping. Sell.
Order filled.
All right. We short this off of. So we had lightning bolt trade against, confirmed by the red by the red triangle, and this may be. This may be the first false signal I'm getting today.
Stop.
Yeah, no, did not get the continuity that I wanted. Okay, so fine. So we're going to look for the new move here. This was just simply fully exhausted to the other side. Okay, so we'll switch accounts, and we will. This is my new rule, and this is what I wanted to kind of tell you guys that. I'm making this one behavioral change. Let's see if it really works. Oh man, I forgot to tell you guys. What were we trading? Oh, we were trading. Oh, hey. Let me take you guys back to our friends at Ola. I want to show you. So here we are. Remember, I told you we have like the big reversal trade on NASDAQ. And one of the great aspects of algorithmic trading, that when you trade the CFDs, is I can do partial exits. So let's say I want to sell a quarter of the position. I just simply click this, close quarter, And now I've basically done two things. I've locked in profit and I've put myself to break even. I'm trading without any risk for the rest of the position. You see how cool that is, and how easy it is to do that algorithmically. Um, how much harder it is to do this on futures basis. So now we'll just simply sit, and if this trade continues to go higher, we're going to just ride that trade higher. If it comes back and takes us out at the break even, no harm, no foul. We made money on the trade, and we locked in our profit. So just very, very cool structure on how you could do the CFD trades on a longer term basis. Okay, so here we're getting all sorts of countervailing signals. We have a lightning bolt trade. We have a green reversal trade, all in one signal because of small volatility and sharp reversals. And we really need to see like a green dot in order for us to be able to trade this to the long side. So here's, I hope you are amused by what I'm about to tell you. So you guys know I'm in Jersey, right? And there are great bagels in Jersey. Like sometimes I would make the argument there are better bagels in Jersey than there are in New York City. So every freaking day, I've been going to like my favorite bagel shop in Jersey and stuffing my face. And the thing is that the bagels in Jersey are literally the size of two hockey pucks, not one of them. They do not spare the love here. So I love them, but they're basically like just a fat farm waiting to happen. And because I've been like eating a bagel every fucking day for the last 30 days that I've been in Jersey, I look like a sumo wrestler at this point. So when I went up to camp to see my daughter dance, I was coming back. I'm driving like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I said, you know what? I am going to do one behavioral change. Let's see if I can just do one behavioral change, which is I'm going to not eat any bagels for breakfast anymore. At very worst, let's hope I just simply stop the assault of the fat. The guy will just simply stop expanding the waistline. At best, maybe it will help me, begin to trim down again to my fighting weight, right? But the point is that I don't have any mental capacity, emotional capacity, intellectual capacity to really, eat alfalfa all day long and go like on a starvation diet. But I do have the capacity to give up one thing, one item, right? So, why do I bring all this up? I bring all this up because I realized that you could apply. I'm watching this trade, by the way. We have the red triangle counter signaled by a red dot, which means that if this thing holds as a red dot, we're going to go short. So I may have to just, hold off on the end of my story here. Let's watch this trade for a sec. Let's see if that's going to play itself out. So green triangle basically counter signaled by this red dot. The red dot has got to hold on the close in order for us to have a legitimate shot at a sell possibility. Nine seconds left. One. Okay, short.
Order filled.
Short the trade. Let's see if this is going to give me the yield that I want. I'm going to move it up just a little bit because I got a little bit of a slip on the trade. Nope. Choppy, choppy, choppy.
Order filled.
And we're done. Okay, good. So I just, I held it, and the trade got done. Okay, so back to my what does stopping eating my bagel um, have to do with anything? As I said, I don't have any emotional, intellectual, mental capacity to do anything more than just do that one thing, to try to change my dietary behavior. And then I realized that we could use the exact same model for our own risk control in the following way. So, for example, you guys know that I'm a huge proponent of trading multiple accounts, right? For example, this is the Apex pack that I'm trading. I absolutely trade this particular product set, which is what I'm doing. Where am I? The 5-pack for actually 95, because I buy the 50s. The 50s is the better product. The 5-pack for 95, right? And then you get them into funded stage, and now you have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts working, right? Now, I have a lot of, this is all my funded accounts in this particular, on Tradovate, and then we have lots of funded accounts. We'll switch over to wealth charts, by the way, a little bit later. But the point is that because I have multiple accounts, right, I can do one thing. And see if I could honor that particular behavior, which is that if I lose a trade, I switch to a different account, right? Just one behavioral change. And I'll be honest with you, it's a lot easier to stop eating bagels than it's been to kind of, move away, make one lose and remove, or whatever, lose and change. Has been a hard thing to do, because you're always like, this was bullshit. I know I can get it back. I can always try to get it back, and you start fighting. But just making that one change has absolutely flattened my risk profile. I'm no longer going from a minus 20, minus 30 trade to a minus 500 day. Like you go from in the account, you start fighting the account, you start at like a minus 50 loss, and then within 20 minutes, because you're fighting the market in that one account, you're at minus 500. I'm no longer doing that. Still can't say I'm 100% of switching away. I'm doing much better when I'm with you guys on screen, because I'm obviously trying to show best practices. But it's just sort of an interesting idea that I think we all have capacity to do one behavioral change. Choose whichever one you think it is. Maybe you're trading without a stop and a target, and you say to yourself, I'm going to make that one change, that I'm always going to put a stop and a target on my trade. Maybe you're averaging into a trade, and you're going to say, I'm just never going to average into a trade. Whatever is your single greatest weakness, mine is always, revenge trading. So that's what I'm going to, that's how I'm changing my my attitude and my structure, and we'll see if it works. But as I said, it's a lot easier to stop eating bagels than it is to stop revenge trading. But it's the same idea. So I thought you guys would find it interesting. The white colored candle, or the light red, is just simply a regular red candle. You may want to, let me show you. You may want to change the white color candle. Let me show this to you. Where do we find this? Where the fuck is it? The bear candle color, the bearish candle color. You have a choice between gray, dusty rose, and soft pink, right? and I choose soft pink because I think that's the kind of the best thing. Kathy and I had a big argument as to what candles, how bear candles should be marked. So we just decided to keep all three variations for people to choose. But I would choose the soft pink, and then you don't even have to worry. That's that's the whole idea. So that's it. That's basically the structure where we're at. We have a lightning bolt one way, lightning bolt the other way. That's just very emblematic of the market not knowing what it wants to do right now, and we'll let it play out. We'll see what it wants to do. So, what do you guys think about the one behavioral change idea? Do you agree with me on that? By the way, turning back to our friends on the CFD on the OLA side, you see, that line now is a break even. I have zero risk in the trade. If Nasdaq wants to verticalize higher, great. If it doesn't, the partial exit, worked exactly as planned. And as I said, the kind of algorithmic strategy where you can do partial exits, structured exits, trailing stops, time stops, all things that we're actually required to do manually when we're trading futures can be easily automated. That's why I'm hoping you guys really enjoy this. As I said, everybody who's joining me now, this is our CFD, our preferred CFD prop trader, prop partner, Ola Prime. Great company, really dirt cheap CFD products. Let me show you. Kathy did like a little comparison chart here. You can see it. They are much cheaper than anybody else with our code. So like a 50K challenge is a third of a price of what funding pips is or FTMO and everything else. And of course, when you're trading CFD prop, you don't have trailing stops. You don't have all sorts of barriers that they put down on the future side. It's much more feasible to hit your target on your one opportunity, like you trade one account, hit the target, and then trade the account to pay out on CFDs. And you do in futures where you have lots of volatility and a whole bunch of stuff a whole bunch of artificial rules that everybody sets against you. So my point is that Ola really cheap, really great. But the other point is that it's an MT5 trade. They don't have any limitations on trading algorithmically, especially not what we're doing right now, which is just simply execution algorithmically, right? So when you are using this tool, it's completely, they're actually encouraging you to use it because it's a great risk management tool. And as I said to you, you see that not only is it an execution tool, but it's also tells you where you are on your risk management. It actually keeps it's called the Rule Guardian, tells you how you are on the P&L, the general P&L of the position. But my point is that all of this is yours, totally free, if you have an Ola Prime prop account. Just get a prop challenge. I'm not even requiring any particular size. You could buy the smallest size if you want. If you want the 5K challenge, be my guest. Because I want you to really try and use this tool. It's an amazingly useful, helpful tool. I can't guarantee you that you're gonna beat the challenge, but I can guarantee you're gonna do much better with the tool than without the tool. And it's totally free. And today I'm gonna finish up the actual indicator, so you'll have the indicator and the tool with you on MT5. So you can trade it. You can trade both. You don't ever have to look at a TradingView chart to be able to see the signals that the dots is going to generate for you. So enjoy it with all my blessings, and have fun on the CFD side. And we're still surviving the trade for the time being, right? Right. Back to reality. Back to our futures conditions. Okay, so What does the white color candle say about nothing? Nothing, UB. It says nothing. As I said to you, white color, which is simply, I think what you mean is actually gray, because there's no really white color on the indicator. You mean that this kind of a light pink, is you calling it white? That's just simply a sell candle. The problem was, let me explain to you why you should completely not care about this. It was very, very hard to create a neon red and a red. They looked exactly the same, right? So I had to create essentially an alternative color for down candles that was kind of red, but wasn't red, right? That's literally all it is. So do not fixate on the white candle. It's completely useless. It's just simply a contrast to the red candle because it was, you can do green, neon green, and there's a really sharp contrast. But if you do red, neon red, there's almost no contrast. That's really the whole mystery for why you're seeing white candles. I just needed a contrast color. So, don't really focus on what I'm trying to tell you. Triangle, dot, lightning bolt, dot. That's the trade. Everything else is pure garbage. Okay. So, hang in there. China is telling me that Atomic Habits is a great book. I've many people have recommended this book. I think I probably should read it now at this point. But I think I'm gonna discover my own Atomic Habits, one at a time. But yeah, my point is that I think none of us have the discipline to do more than one thing at a time. I certainly don't. So that's my try. That's my try. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to try and do this with you guys this whole week. I'm going to see if I'm going to stay consistent this whole week with this one attribute, and we'll see how that plays itself out in all the structures that we have. It's kind of quiet, right? So let me see, what time is it? Where am I? Oh, it's 7:30. Yeah. First of all, let me show you all the cool stuff. Let me show you the most important stuff as far as the goes that we can look at. Although I'm just trying to see if I have another trade in the making. Okay, we actually do have a trade in the making. So we're gonna focus on this. We have a lightning bolt to the downside. We have a sort of a counter signal here that really wasn't very good, because I said the whole idea has to be higher, right? And now we have a confirmatory signal with the red dot. 38 seconds left. If this thing stays red, again, we're going to try and trade this in this account. We're going to take this account and trade it, and see how well it goes. Or actually, you know what? No, we're going to switch to the 75 account, because we already traded in this account. So let's just switch to the 75 account. Let's see if I can take it over here. We broke the support level here, so it looks pretty strong. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay,
Order filled.
Short on this. Let's see if I get continuity on the move here. I was a little bit, I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit hesitant to take this trade. I'm sort of trying to take all the profit trades I can, but I was hesitant to take the trade because if it was moving towards the buy block, that would have been a good trade. But the very fact that it was busting through kind of tells you, it can go both ways. It can just bounce off that, take the stops out at the order block and bounce back up. Or maybe the sellers have enough juice here to create continuity. So we'll see. It was a little bit of a push here, but let's see if this let's see what we can do here. Bottom line is we are in super choppy. We're also in front of PPI, an hour away from PPI, so it's really sloppy trade. So we may get chopped out a little bit on these two trades, which is okay. I mean, generally we've had a very, very good. We're like 10-1 so far. So if I get chopped out, it'll be 10-2. Still, well within my 75% target parameters. But could we have avoided this trade? Probably. But it's also just the market. The market is just really, really, really sloppy. So we have to take what we can get. Damn it. I'm gonna have to eat this trade. I was gonna try and take myself out at break even because it's like it's already 2 or 3 candles into the trade. Usually if it doesn't get done in the first candle or the second candle, you just want to get the fuck out. All right, I'm just gonna get the fuck out. It's probably gonna go my way now. It's fine. But I'm going to get flat on this particular trade because it's already been 3 or 4 candles and has not continued. Now, this it's always my flaw, and I don't have patience, and I had patience that would have hit our target, but it doesn't matter. There's always 2 possibilities to the trade: you win or you lose, and I always try to create sometimes a third possibility, which is that I go to break even, because the way these trades should really work is signal resolution in the first 1 or 2 minutes. That's the whole point of the scalp. If the scalp is 3 minutes or longer, like right now, this would have been lucky. You would have just simply been lucky to have this trade resolve your way. It was clear that the buyers were, bunching up. That the sellers did not have the full power taken out. So, all right, we broke even on this one. It's like kissing your sister, but better than getting shivved by somebody in the back. Anybody was patient enough to hold on to that trade? Yeah, 30 minutes to New York, but really, honestly, the thing that I wanted to kind of share with you is, it's what's ahead for the day. And one of the great things that we have is we have a whole bunch of tools that we created for you guys to help you assess what the day is like. So as I said to you, this is the market trap tool that we developed that's part of our BK trading community. I'll give you the link in just a minute about how to join it. But this tool is a web page. It also comes in as a Telegram signal, and also as a Discord signal, and also as an email. And my favorite way to get this is as a Telegram signal. I love getting it on Telegram because it's so, I get the ping at 7:00. It's a private channel. It's super easy to, once you're part of the community, it's super easy to sign up. And then you have like lifetime access to this thing. So here's what the setup is for today. Look how nice and clean. The morning brief comes into me every morning. I can read this. Goldman Sachs crushes earnings. IBM implodes. This is yesterday. IBM really imploded in a massive move. So here's the story. S&P futures are inching up. Crude remains elevated about 79. That's ugly because it was at 70 just a couple of days ago. Trump did scrape or scrapped his 20% Hormuz transit fee, and now it's going to be Gulf State investment deals, which is actually pretty good. Gold under pressure as hawkish Fed rate hike risk lingers. I don't know why the risk hike would linger unless the PPI is going to come out strong today. So we're going to see, that's going to be the story. So standoff continues. Fed chair testifies. We also have, I see, we have I totally forgot about this. Look at this. See how good this is? It's telling you everything that's important, and it's coming at you in like the best, easiest possible way. I totally forgot that Warsh is testifying today. So that could be a very, interesting impact on the market at 10:00, right? And then Goldman, takes 3% up. Here's all the indices. Here's all the FX stuff. And here's the calendar. In the calendar, we have the PPI coming up at 8:30. It's going to be very important to watch. So market is looking at 3 against 4. It comes in 3-4. That's probably going to be actually that I would call bearish, because it's not like you want it to beat to the downside. PPI estimated 0. Previous was 1.1 high. So it'll be interesting to see if on the production side, prices have come down as much as they did on the retail side, and how much pricing power there is. Because if that declines, it really gives Warsh a lot of cover to not raise rates. And maybe he'll talk about that today in Senate. But look how cool this is in terms of briefing you for the whole day. And this is all part of our, BK Club experience. Let me get the link. Just one sec. Where is it? And I'll post it for you, and I'll show you exactly everything that's going to come in. The great thing is this is the last time we're going to run our lifetime deal here. Hang on, maybe I can find it. I want to find this link. Where is this link? Is this it? Yeah, here it is. I'm going to bring this to you. If you're interested at all in getting access to the whole BK experience, this is the last time ever we're going to run the lifetime access. And from this point on, it's all going to be subscription-based, pay-per-view. So it's the only time to lock in the discount. I'm putting the discount over here for those of you guys that want to see everything that we put into this thing. I just showed you one tiny aspect of everything that's in there. There's about $20,000 worth of tools that we put in here for your one-time offer. So go out there. You got about, to the rest of this week to take advantage of it. Knock yourselves out if you want to. It's really, really a good deal. Okay, still watching the trade. Watching sloppy trade here. Green triangle, green dot, not. The volatility is very low, but it's actually very, very choppy intra volatility. It almost like forces you to try to trade larger stops and targets than 5-10. But let's see how it plays out. I'm actually curious if this gives me a green dot. I'm gonna go long this trade. We're still in that same account, right? Because we just had a flat trade on this. I'm gonna go long this because this is a good contra signal, and it's kind of confirming the green wave that we're seeing from the earlier signals. But it's gotta hold. If it doesn't, we really don't have anything to trade. Hey, English, how are you? No green dot, but you could see it's definitely starting to build a positive trade to the upside. So let's see if this next candle gives us the signal. Story in the London session so far has been that we dropped like a stone in the wake of Korea being down 8%, kind of held the 29,900 level, double bottomed at this, and that's just like a ping pong ball. We're basically 29,900, 30,000 as the range, ahead of PPI, and probably honestly within probably around 8:15 or so, we'll take a break. I'll show you a couple of our tools, and we're not going to trade anymore until the PPI prints. Still no signal. Still no signal. Now going back to our friends at Ola and just looking at the CFD trade here, it still looks pretty positive. We're still holding. We made money on the move. It took us out at a break-even point. I actually, I'm going to take a punt on this, on the idea that we're going to hold the VWAP. Here's my positional trade on the 5-minute chart, and we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it goes over here. So I'll reestablish my long position on NAS and see if it continues to build the support here. All right, back to Feuds. Good morning, everybody. New York session showing up. Everybody coming in. Good morning. So I did a full explanation of the strategy a little bit earlier. If you're interested, you can always watch it on replay. But I'll try to do another full explanation, maybe around like 9:15 before New York Open, of how we trade our structures, so you get an idea of how we scout. Does anybody new in the room? Anybody want that to be notified when we do that? Good morning. Good morning, Clean Saber. Good morning to see you. Nice to see you, everybody. Really, really quiet here. Not much to do. Yeah, Faceless Man, I'm going to give an overview in just a little bit. Just kind of watching signals right now. We have a contra signal that's pretty good. 34 seconds left. Let's see if that's going to stay in place. We're going to take it. So we have a red reversal candle, contra signal by the green dot. So we want to, assuming this green dot holds, and it's a big assumption, but if it does hold, we're going to try and trade this to the upside. ATR still 8.2, so we're still underneath 10, so it's a 5-10 trade. 5 target, 10 stop. 3, 2, 1, buy.
Order filled.
All right, we're in the trade. Let's see if it's going to do anything for us.
Order filled.
Yeah, we got it done. I pulled it down a little bit. The reason I pulled it down a little bit was because my execution was just like a point off, so I wanted to just basically make sure that I got done. But it would have got done for a full +5. So again, nice clean scalp. I think that puts us. Let me actually tell you. Let me not guess. I'm going to tell you exactly what our ratio is. Let me look this up. Okay, I want to start this. It's a custom range. I want to do time from 6 o'clock. No, 6, 8. Okay. Go. Okay, so that's 2 and 2. 2 out of 2 on 75. 79, I don't think I did anything. 0. 73. So that's 3 winning, 1 losing. 78. 0. 76. 0. Oh, wow. So 3171 so far. 75. 2 and 2. 9-1. And did I do anything on 80? No. Okay, so 9-1. Very, really quiet session. Holy shit. We usually would do 20 trades. We just did 10 trades in the session, very quiet. So 9-1 so far. It's really not bad. Yeah, I had that one scratch. So I suppose you could call it 9-2 if you call it the scratch, but it didn't register as a loss on the thing. So 9-1. That's basically our record for the London trade so far. Not bad. I mean, we're trying to hit 75. And this, I just wanted to kind of show you that, look at me, just staying very focused on dots, staying very focused on, oh shit, let me get out of this thing because we have another trade set up coming up here, possibly. So let's organize and take the 73 account. Let's see if we can get this going. So red triangle, reversal triangle. Wait. I may not be able to have a trade. No trade. Let's see. All right, I'm going to take this
Order
trade.
filled.
Take this trade here. Let me tell you why I was hesitating and what was the issue, and we'll see. Let's see how this trade plays out, and then we'll take it from there. So red triangle, confirmed by the green dot, confirmatory signal, trying to get our 5 points out of this trade. There we go. I'll take the move. Okay, good. That got done. Good for us. Shit, what was I talking about? That I totally lost my train of thought. Oh man, I had a train of thought. I totally lost it. Oh, I was talking about the track record. So it's actually a track record now goes legitimately to 10-1. Yeah, I was saying that I'm staying very disciplined to only taking dot trades. That's why I'm not doing as many trades, but my accuracy is much better. You guys can see just by me sticking to the setup, accuracy today was 10-1, right? And we're trying to do like 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Is where we want to be, and we're like at 9 out of 11, which is a good ratio. Hello, guys. Hello. Okay, so I think we're going to wrap up kind of the London count at 10-1, right? And then we'll get into the treacherous road of New York and see what New York is going to bring us. And I guess this is as good a time as any for me to just review the setup for people who are new, because a lot of people just came on board. I see like everybody just came on board for the New York session. So this is probably a good time to for us to do this. I'll do a little bit of a shortened version of this than I did before, so that I don't torture everybody. The setup that we trade has a couple of very interesting components. We're basically trading, we're scalping, right? And a lot of people are going to ask me, oh, could I use this setup on a much longer time frame? The answer is absolutely yes. As a matter of fact, that's literally what the when you want to trade CFDs, you can trade this on a hourly time frame. You could trade this on a 15-minute time frame, whatever you want. Your ability to trade this on a longer term time frame is much easier on CFDs than it is on futures, because you can have much more granularity to the position. But instead of doing 100 trades a day, can I just do 1 trade a day? The answer is absolutely yes. You can do that on the CFD side. But what we do principally is the following. We have a long-term moving average, which is the VWAP right over here, that kind of establishes the general direction of the market. And then we have the short-term moving average. And obviously, if the short-term is above, the market tone is positive. The short-term is below, it's negative. It's really been below pretty much all of London session, with the exception of just a little bit of a bounce back above. Mainly we had a massive drop from London. Before London, we were continuously bullish, and it was all above the VWAP. And the reason why is because the market was teeing off the U.S. the low CPI rate in the U.S. In Asia session, Korea collapsed by 8% because I talked about the fact of all the semiconductor speculation that happens there and the levered ETFs. And Korean flows start to really have capital impact at this point. So the market is paying attention to that. London sold off, now kind of consolidating. And now the whole focus is on the US PPI as the next event that could be interesting. So within that, we're just trying to scalp our way to 5-point profits when we get the opportunity. And we get our opportunity whenever we get a confirmation of our signals. Confirmation of our signals comes from two sources. We have the lightning bolt trade, which is a momentum trade. This says to you, hey, the candle that is the lightning bolt, this candle is bigger than the average true range. That's not really a high bar to break right now in a low volatility, but it's basically saying this candle body, the body of this candle is greater than 9 points. It's a big move. The buyers are signaling that they want to buy, right? And then of course the sellers are coming. And this is very typical at this time of the day, where we have the reversal of a reversal. We have this incredible, bipolar, one move up, one move down, volatility up, volatility down. And then now we have lightning bolt up, lightning bolt down. Regardless, we never look at lightning bolt as a tradable signal. We only look at it as just simply an information point. The tradable signal comes in when this particular signal, whichever direction it is confirmed by the dot. The dot is a momentum breakout. So if I have a net short position, a red dot, that means momentum is confirming it. I want to go short. If I have a positive flow, like a green triangle reversal flow, and there's a green dot confirming it, I want to go long because it means it's confirming the reversal flow. It's the confirmatory signal that makes or breaks the trade. And that's what we've been trading. And that's why, we've been very, very accurate, because we're not lurching at every single structure that's popping up on the chart. We're only doing it once the confirmation kicks in place. And even then, to be honest with you, it's been a challenge because it's like snooze or lose, you snooze, you lose type of situation. So other than that, that's really what we've been doing. And that's how we're hanging out. Any questions, guys? Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to play a little music for you guys. Again, don't forget our friends at Ola love their prices. As I said to you, the tool is totally yours for free. Totally yours for free to be able to algorithmically buy, sell. My favorite part is the stop and loss presets that I can just simply design my own stop and loss presets, choose them, press the buy button, press the sell button, and everything is all taken care of. Really, really cool. I stole this from the future side, and I made it available for the CFD side, basically. So there's a lot of million other things in there, but this is like one of my favorite things inside of it. Okay, so go out there, go get some Ola accounts. Let me just give you the link here. And I'll come back in just a minute. We'll go back on the futures charts. I'll play a little music for you right now, and we'll play. What's going on over here? Why isn't this working? Oh, sorry. There we go. I'll remove this. Okay. So we'll come back to the futures right now and do it. If you're interested in the indicator, I sent to everybody, this is your lifetime access. It's going to go away by the end of this week. We're never going to do lifetime again. So if you want to lock it in, this is your chance to get the indicator and be able to trade with it for the rest of your life, including everything else. It's about $20,000 worth of product inside this offer that we put together. So if you're interested, go crazy. We've had a lot of people take advantage of this already. Have a good time with it. All right, let me play some music for you. We'll see what signals pop up. But for now, we're going to try and be a little bit quiet because we got the PPI coming up. So let the news flow before we come back into the market.
Clean mind, sharp eyes in the moonlight train. Order stacked like cards in the deck. I wait my turn, I don't blink yet. One clean setup, that's the code I live. Half asleep, but I got more to give. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trade clean, trade smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Dark outside, but my plan stays lit. No lucky break, got size up grit. Read that candle, read that spread. Take the compass, keep my head. I lost before, I learned that sting. Now I cut my fear on a tighter string. Every dawn is a test I choose. If I want the crown, I pay my dues. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trade clean, trade smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Let the night press in. Let the doubt get loud. I stayed on my feet. I stayed unbowed. One more shot, the life I chose. One more step when the market waits. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trade clean, trade smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. coffee stain. Clean mind, sharp eyes in the moonlight train. Order stacked like cards in the deck. I wait my turn, I don't blink yet. One clean setup, that's the code I live. Half asleep, but I got more to give. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Dark outside, but my plan stays lit. No lucky break, I size up grit. Read that candle, read that spread. Take the compass, keep my head. I lost before, I learned that sting. Now I cut my fear on a tighter string. Every dawn is a test I choose. If I want the crown, I'll pay my dues. Hear that tick, hear that pulse. Feel that pull in my bones. I came this far for the long game. I won't leave it alone. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it. Let the night press in. Let the doubt get loud. I stayed on my feet. I stayed unbowed. One more shot, the life I chose. One more step when the market wakes. London calling, London calling. I'm up for the open. London calling, London calling. I want that moment. Trey clean, Trey smart. London calling, London calling. I came to earn it.
All right, guys. All right. I'm back. Hello. We're gonna switch over to my friends at Well Charts because I absolutely love the new version of Well Charts. And we're gonna trade a little bit of my actually eval accounts today, both evals and funded. But let's just start with the evals. And what I absolutely love is that we have our own. Good morning, all. Good morning. We have our own lightning bolt thing in Wealth Charts, which is this scalper, what I call the scalper's delight trade. Oh shit, we actually have a trade here. Am I going to be late on this? Let me see. Damn it. I'm late. Let's see if I'm in the trade. All right. I took the trade. I'm a little bit late. The beautiful thing about this, the scalper's delight is I can be join ask, join bid. I can do a whole bunch of stuff that's much more flexible. But I think I came in late here. Again, this is my first FOMO. I made my first FOMO mistake today. I told you I'm trying to just really, really be good on my discipline. But I think, because this trade should have been entered here. Matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? That's it. We're going to flatten out. No trades. I shouldn't have been in this trade. The trade should have been here. I was late because I just was getting coffee. The trade would have resolved. I came in late trying to force it. That's always a bad mistake in scalping. How do you get that trade button to pop out? I literally hit, this is the ribbon, and I hit the fast action tool, and it just, I click on it and it pops out, and you can just move it all around the chart. Is the win rate above 75%? Today it is. Today we just did the London tally. The London tally was 10-1. So today we are kind of hitting it pretty well. What time was that? It's 8:05. We still got about 25 minutes before the news. So I guess we can continue trading it. Oh shit. I'm sorry. I'm missing trades here, but that's fine. I just need to lock in a little bit. I'm kind of missing trades because this was a green triangle with a red dot right over here. That would have been a perfect sell trade. I just was a step too late. This would have been a great entry. All right, we'll reconfigure. Look for the next setup. No, I don't know if I'm going to straddle PPI today, Ben. I'm not. I'm really trying to trade the evals the same way that I want to trade my fundeds. So I'm not going to do the one and dones right now in terms of my structure. You see all these. I ran all these evals for yesterday to the 200 level. Let's see if I can run it to the 300-400 level today. I'm just going to try and see if I can fund my evals in about 10 days of trading. All right. If this closes, what's the low on this thing? 878. If this closes 878 or lower, I'm going to be short because that's going to be a red dot trade. Let's see if it holds. Nope, no trade, no trade. Yeah, CPI would have been great yesterday. CPI was absolutely great. I actually was watching and I was like, oh yeah, man, this would have been a great straddle trade. I just, obviously I was away yesterday. Well, we trying to find support underneath the 2,900 level in front of the PPI. There's clearly a little bit of selling part of PPI. Market is a little nervous. Let's see where it wants to go. Unless this thing comes all the way back down to the lows, we really don't have a signal for a while here. Peter, were you able to get the pop out button, the FAT button over here, fast action tool? So, anybody have any more questions about how we trade the structure, how we trade the scalping? We look for two specific signals, and then we look for confirmation on the dots. So we look at either the triangle trade or lightning bolt trade. Triangle trade is a reversal trade. Lightning bolt is a momentum continuation trade. And then we look for the dots in the direction of that trade, right? So like right now I have a green triangle trade. I'm going to be looking for a green dot, which is not going to show up for a while because the market is pretty deeply oversold. But if I get a green dot, that's going to be my signal. Here comes my 8 o'clock sneezing fest. Sorry, guys. Always 8 o'clock sneezing fest. Oh, we're getting a. I was looking for a red dot, but now, so one very, very important aspect is if the confirmatory signal turns to a fresh signal, like for example, this is a red dot, right? But it's actually flashing us a lightning bolt trade. Then you don't take that trade. You actually start fresh as a signal trade. So, like right now, we're just kind of watching to see if this, the difference here between this being a trade and a signal is whether we end up here. So now it's a trade. Now it's a trade because we have a red dot. If this is a counter signal, right? We have a green triangle, red dot reversal. So we'll see if this goes our way on the reversal side. Good morning, Miguel. Nice to see you, man. We get taken out. First hit of the New York session. New York, of course, is always going to be always more challenging, more volatility, more reversal. So this, I was thinking about this. This is probably not a great trade because remember, just like with a red triangle reversal trade, you really wanted this thing to have been lower on the red side. But worth a shot. Didn't work. Here's the cool part about Well Charts that I love. You can just switch accounts at a flip of a button. So we can do that. And look at this. Now we're getting the second confirmatory trade to the downside. And we are going to see if this holds. If this holds, we're going to take a trade here in this other account. "30 seconds left on the clock." "15 seconds." All right, short this now into the trade. Yeah, we do. We have PPI coming up. We're just trying to scalp a little bit ahead of time. It's actually pretty much going to be the end of my scalping. You see that ahead of news, it's very, very non-productive scalping. I'm trying to take the trades as they appear, but it's very choppy. Okay, long. Green to red, the other way around. That other trade didn't work. The two reds didn't work, so we have a positive move here. Let's see. Let's hope it's not a complete chop, which it may very well be. But this will be my last trade before we do PPI. I'm just trying to take the signal as it comes. Mm. Wow, man, really chopping around. All right, I'm gonna take my small profit here and just let it be. We're gonna stand down until the PPI because it's just, you can see the market is just so choppy. We can't even push 5 points forward. It's probably gonna go 5 points forward right now. Always, whenever I exit, it always comes out. But let's just stay on good and just be tight on the trade here. Where am I? 362 at this account too. Yeah, see, this is the reason why I wanted to get out, because look at how choppy it is. It's just like, as I said, if it doesn't work within the first candle, the probability goes down by like 50%, So we'll let it play itself out right now. We got about 10 minutes to the open, 10 minutes to the PPI, which brings me to another set of tools that I wanted to show you guys that are totally free. Like, this is totally free on our sister website, Prop Trader Edge. Let me give you the link. And I showed this at Wealth Charts yesterday. All of you should be able to use this. I'm going to put this. I'm actually going to put this on X right now too, because a lot of you guys are watching us on X. If you want these tools, let me just put this on X right now. So if you're an X, go ahead. So on X, as you can see here, on Prop Trader Edge, as you can see here, there are 3 tools that I made for you that are totally free. Trade Analyzer, which lets you analyze any of your data. So all you need to do is just download your Wealth Charts data, your Tradeovate data, your MetaTrader data. I'm going to show you what it looks like on a sample, and it will analyze everything at a clip. It's exactly how your data would look. And this is an amazing tool. You're paying $1,000 a year in TradeZilla. This is better than TradeZilla, and it's totally free. Totally free. So this is probably the most useful thing you're going to find. The most valuable thing I think you're going to find is the video summarizer, which basically lets you watch any video on YouTube without having to watch it. So like I think I used the example before, but let me go to our to our YouTube channel. Actually, you know what? I mean, we can go to our YouTube channel and I'll show you. So, like, I think this is this.
Been trading for over 20 years, and that's experience.
Yeah. This is Kathy's gold strategy. All you need to do is put it into the video summarizer, right, like this. This one is already, I think this is already in the database. And the strategy comes up in the window, so you can watch it in the window, but it gives you the full executive summary, not salary, and a timestamp for anything that you want to do. Like whatever particular point that you're trying to make, you can go right there.
Let's take a look at this chart. This is my zip.
And this will take you directly to that point in the thing. So it's an incredibly useful learning tool, review tool, and of course, a huge time saver, because instead of watching a 60-minute video, it takes you 60 seconds to have the whole thing calibrated, and then you can download everything into your playbook, right? So let's do, instead of just simply choosing anything on my channel, I'm just curious, you guys, go give me a subject matter that you want to learn about in trading, and let me show how this tool would summarize that lesson. Just type in whatever you think you want to learn about right now. The indicator works on wealth charts. No, atomic habits. No, it has to be trading related. I mean, it can be non-trading content, but it's really optimized for trading content. So that's why I asked you, give me a trading subject you guys want to do. Come on, I don't want to like do all the work for you. So, that's true, China. I could do atomic habits. I mean, you want to do that? I mean, just to show you that it works on non-trading comment. Okay, let's do this. Atomic habits, right? What do I want to do? I guess atomic. Let's see what videos come up on atomic habits. How to become 30 better at anything atomic habits summary by James Clear. All right, fine. So I'm gonna let's just take this, the first one that pops up.
We're the only social media agencies that guarantees million.
We're going to take the URL. I'll show you how this whole thing works. We'll go to the video summarizer, right? And by the way, once you have it done here, it will be in the database and it'll come up in just 1 second. So it'll take about 30 to 90 seconds for the whole thing to process, telling you hunting for the actual trading lessons, blah, blah, blah. It's looking for stuff. Let's see how well it's going to annotate. In the meantime, we could just come back to the charts and see what's going on in the charts here. Sorry, we wanted to go back to wealth charts, right? I want to go to wealth charts. So we're not going to trade again. I'm not trading just because we got about how much time? About 5 minutes before the news event. So I don't want to trade for the news event. But if I were to trade, like this, we could take this trade right here if we get a green dot. But we're not even close to getting the green dot, so it's not happening. Not happening. Let's see what the video summarizer is. Still working. Here it is. So here's the whole atomic habits summary here. Here's the summary. Here are the key concepts: marginal gains, 3-degree shift, 1% better every day, valley of disappointment, goals versus systems, 3 layers of behavior. Like, this is actually really cool. I want to learn about this. I have no idea what any of this stuff means. Doesn't have any trading strategies. But see, this is very smart. The AI understands there's no trading strategies here. It's just a summary, but it's useful. Set up your environment, right? Habit contract with defined punishments, and have a partner enforce it. Shift identity language. I'm a trader that I want to become one. Timestamps, goals versus systems distinction introduced. 3 layers of behavior change introduced. Outcomes, process, identity. 2-minute explained. See, like, this is all interesting stuff. And now the whole thing has been totally summarized. So all yours, go nuts. It's on Prop Trader Edge, totally free. So very, very, very cool. We are basically, let's just see how the news prints. We'll put the calendar on here. Eurozone industrial production in the toilet. US PPI. By the way, who was surprised by Spain, France yesterday? I bet almost everybody, huh? Although this is the reason why I think soccer will never be a really huge sport in America. I understand that the penalty on Yamal was legitimate, but the very fact that it's legitimate just makes it such a bullshit sport, Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was fun. All Spain needed was one goal. Yeah, it did. What do you guys think is going to happen? I think the real World Cup match is going to be England Argentina. I think that's going to be so so cool, so interesting. Odyssey, you said ORB, and you guys said fibs. You guys gave me a couple of ideas. So while we're waiting for this, let's do ORB, right? You guys want to do a video on ORB? Let's see if my friend Max pops up as a number one guy. So I think it's, you need to do opening range breakout strategy, because I think ORB for like general. There's Ragi. Okay, 15-minute ORB sucks. This guy is full of shit. Like, not just a little bit of shit, but so much shit that it's dead. So here's ORB basics, right? How to trade opening range. Which one do I want to pick here? All right, fine. Let's just do this one. He back tested his thing. So I'm going to copy the
private entrance and
copy the URL. Let's see what this ORB. Oops, come up here. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh, god damn it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Fuck. God damn it. Oh shit. Hey guys, sorry about that. Holy shit. Hello. I'm back. Give me a. God damn it. Okay, I'm back. Give me thumbs up, +1 if you hear me, please. Spill drill. Holy fuck, that was insane. All good. Everybody sees me? Okay. Holy shit. This is like a $2,000 laptop. I just dropped a whole fucking soda can on it. All right, hang tight. I'm still gonna dry it. Thank God it's a Lenovo, and these things are built like a brick house. Okay. All right, everybody, we're good? We're good, we're good, we're good? Okay. Oh, what happened? What happened to my thing? PPI totally worked. I totally missed the PPI. Look at that. That's really good numbers. So let's, we got, what happened to my order? What the hell's going on? I didn't have anything order here. It must have been just old stuff. Okay, we are really popped hard. ATR now is 16. Great. So we'll, now we get a chance to trade 10 target, 20 stop. And we see if we can get a green dot trade here going in the move. So PPI confirms. Strata would have worked really nicely. All the numbers are really good. Yes, everything is good. Shit, the whole thing happened while I spilled my thing. This is actually, speaking of atomic habits, it's a perfect example of I have like this mug that I put everything into that I should have been using. Okay, here we go. We're gonna trade this if we can. If this holds, if the green dot holds, let's see. Let's see if we get a green dot on this trade. Yes, buy. We're long with a 10 target, 20 stop. Let's see if this is going to work for us. Come on, puppy. Come on, let's go. Boom. I'm taking this on a short trade because we're going to take this next trade here if it happens. Now, the reason why is because this is actually a double bolt trade, which I shouldn't have taken. Because remember, I said whenever you get a bolt followed by a bolt, you got to wait for the confirmation signal. So this thing bolted out, so I'm not taking this right now. But if this thing turns a green dot, I'll take it again. Is it going to retrace? Possibly, but I think long term, like I think fundamentally, today is a $30,000 day. Like in other words, I think you want to be long signals in NASDAQ. I think are going to be quite good. So we're going to try and take the long scalps when they set up because I think the general condition here is going to be positive. Speaking of which, by the way, I kind of blew out my my MetaTrader. Let me just put it back in there. Yeah, here's my MetaTrader. And let me show you. Let me see if I can actually show you my MetaTrader. You can see it. I'm going to go long MetaTrader here in my MetaTrader account. Oh no, I'm in the wrong presets. I want to go 4080 buy and look how well it's working. Wow, 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 wow. I'm just going to close everything. Close half, go to break even. And now I'm going to restart my whole MetaTrader trade back up. I think this is going to be a nice long trade here for us. And by the way, I want to go buy here. Buy. Oh, sorry, I'm in the wrong account. Let me do this. I'm in the futures account too. So I went long on the CFD account for more of a positional trade, and went long the futures again on the green dot bolt follow up. Let's see if that works for us again. I'll be right back, guys. Just one more second. All right, I'm back. Now let's see if this continuity. This might be a tough continuity trade because we've had so much news move here. So this may not work. Well, we'll give it a shot. I think on a longer term basis, it's going to work well. So let's see how that plays out. Really love the new wealth charts, layout, structure, everything else here. I'm going to flatten out. I don't like this trade because remember, this is supposed to be a continuity trade. The green didn't go. I have a red triangle, which is a reversal signal. If this goes to target, wonderful. If it doesn't, I've saved myself a big loss, unnecessary. I saved myself basically an unnecessary loss. Remember, the rule of thumb is confirm the next candle gets done. You get 2 minutes max. After that, you just try to get out flat if you can, because your probability of winning is gonna come down. Now, I actually may have a red triangle, red dot trade. So let's see if that happens. $16 seconds. If we hold at these levels, it's a red triangle trade. There's a small software, but not a bug, but just a UI bug, and we're going to fix in wealth charts that I'm going to show you. But let's just see if I can move this over here. Let's see if we can make this trade here. This ATR label should be underneath the candle, not above it, because what it's doing is it's blocking the dot signal, so it's hard to see the dot signal. So I'm gonna have them change that soon, but it's a tiny little thing. Come on, let's go. Come on, hit the poppy. There we go. That trade got done. We're good to go. Nice. So let me review what I did here. We had a burst to the upside, did not continue. I got the F out on second candle, pretty much flat. Then we had a reversal candle confirmed by the red dot. We took that, and that was a nice clean trade to the downside. So boom, boom. You can win two ways. You can win by hitting winning trades. You can win by avoiding losing trades. And this was a sequence where I was managed to do both pretty well. PPI was actually negative. Well, remember that I think a lot of it is just oil, oil declining. I haven't delved into the deeper roots of why PPI, came out the way it is. My point is, I think generally this is a positive piece of news. I mean, of course, anything like, if the Iranians decide to hit U.S. bases and God forbid, we have human collateral damage, that'll be, something that's going to hit the market very, very hard. But assuming that it's just kind of a low grade trench warfare between the parties in Iran, this is a net positive for the market. Low PPI gives Kevin Warsh today all the room to say that he doesn't need to raise rates and maybe even lower rates, that they're working on getting inflation down. And, I don't know what Trump's going to do with Iran, in terms of getting them to collapse, but they will collapse. And when they do, it's going to be very, very positive for the market. Oh, let me show you something very cool. So now we're getting a what do you call it? Let me just go to MetaTrader. I just want to show you. Look at the MetaTrader trade now is positive, right? So again, I just want to show you the algorithmic power of the positive trade. I can go half, close half, and go to break even. Now I've captured my P&L, and if it comes back down, I mean, it's, guys, I'm not doing this like, for the actual trading I'm doing on the future side. On the CFDs, I'm just showing you the ability to manage your trades. Would I have done this way? No, I would have simply, I would have held my stop over here and milked it for much higher, bigger profits. But the functionality of just going half out, go to break even, so cool on a single click button versus you being able to forced to do that very manually on the future side, right? Just wanted to kind of show you more capabilities on the whole thing. Those of you who are kind of trading in long term, I took a kind of a long term positional trade here with 100-point stop targeting about 50 points forward. Let's see, let's see how well that CFD trade does. But we're trading I'm trading a much longer term positional trade on the CFD side. Odyssey, you can literally watch every single live that we did over the last week and a half, and you'll see that it's been about 75. There were some days where we did like 72, 73. We had a couple of mediocre days. There were some days where I did well, and I think my point is that with this new tweak that I put in, the last three I haven't been trading privately because I was away for the last 2 days, but my ratio continues to be between 75-80 versus 70-75 by just focusing on the dot structure. So it's been very consistent, and you guys, I don't know, guys in the room, chime in. Tell me, Miguel, have you been trading the dots? Tell me if it's been accurate for you. Ben, anybody who's actually been trading the dots? I know Clean Saber has been trading them really well. You can let Odyssey know. I let them share your opinion with the dot structure if you've been trading it. All right, so no signal, no trade, right? No green dots, nothing. Oh man. I'm still freaked out by the fact that I had all this water spilled on my thing. Fortunately, it's kind of holding tough. Speaking of atomic habits, my number one habit is to put all of my soda into a sealed jug now on the desk because I'm such a, when I'm moving around and I'm, trying to do a million different things, getting spilled shit on the keyboard is just the worst thing ever. All right, green dot, right? This holds, we're trading it. Let me see how this is trading over here. What's going on over here? So this is down. Why is this? Green dot. I'm gonna trade. Not a beautiful green dot, but it's a legit trade because it's a lightning bolt momentum trade. So whatever the next green dot is, we got to take it. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna flatten out. Fuck! I didn't take enough. I just realized that my target was 10. My target should have been about 5 because the ATR kind of shrunk a little bit. I'm still trading with a bigger target. All right, no trades. No, I'm not going to trade this. You know what? Let's go again. Let's bring this down. Let's see. There we go. Now we made some money. Good job. All right. Anybody take that trade? Yeah, it's a laptop. It's not a desktop. So it's my beautiful new Lenovo laptop, which I absolutely love. And I would have been so pissed if the thing burned. I think that doesn't. They can always repair it, but like, who the fuck wants a repaired laptop? All right, sorry, I'm still trying to squeeze out whatever water I have from there. Sorry, just ignore whatever's popping up on there. Okay, hey, secondary move. I told you we're positive things. Oh, let me show you. Let's go on the CFDs. Look at this. So now I can legitimately go half. Look at this. So now I closed half the position, and now I'm at break even, right? I told you that you can manage it. See how fast that was? Half the position. If I want to close another quarter position of that, I can do that. And now I'm really, really down to very little position on the move here, and still at break even. On the thing, right? Very cool, right? Just so cool. If you want to manage this on a CFD front, I just literally think that I told you. Oh shit! We missed the trade here, but it's fine. I told you that I think if you're trading CFD prop, especially with our friends at Ola, there's just no better tool to help you manage your trades. This is a trade management tool. I think that's the best one in the business, and I made it totally free for you. All right, I think the worst is over. Let me just see one more thing. That trade would have worked also, but I'm too obsessed with trying to extract moisture from my keyboard. So you guys trade. I will try to fix my keyboard. I guess that goes into the punishment phase in the Atomic Habits, right? If you're sloppy, life will punish you. Okay. All right, Coolio. I think we're Tim says he did it 5, but he should probably should. Hey, Tim, listen, it's 15. So 15, it's closer to 15 is more of a 5 trade than a 10 trade, right? I think when you get to 17, 18, that's when you try to shoot for the 10 trade. But that's okay. You know, you did well. The main thing is the key thing is just learn to take the trade. Once you learn the setup, then you can repeat it 1,000 times, right? We're already doing a lot better in the U.S. session. All right, so I just want to look at me. Let's go back one more time to CFDs. I'm going to go quarter more. I'm really going to at this point, I've shaved my my position to 20% of my original position. And look how cool it is. You see, you can literally see it on the chart. You know, bop, 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 bop. I'm at break even, and I'm managing it forward, right? It's just like I love it. If I was ever a long-term trader, I would do this all day long. So we have more. I'm going to go buy this. I'm going to try it, see if this is going to work. So this is a counter confirm, right? Red triangle beaten by the green dot. Let's see if this hopefully resolve in my direction. And hopefully go my way. It's the third or the fourth push up, so it might be a more challenging move, but I think this should go up a little bit more. Let's see if we can make this trade play out. If it doesn't, I'm going to be like underneath here, underneath the green breakout. If it breaks the green out, I'm wrong on the trade. London high is at 29.98. You know, that seems like a natural target for New York to reach, but it may be, we may have to wait for the New York Open, for that trade to take place. Let's see, let's see how it goes. I'm getting a double red, which I don't like. I really don't like this. I'm going to wait. If this candle closes as a red triangle, I'm going to be out of it. Let's see. Come on, pop it. I'm going to flatten out. Okay, I'm going to take myself out. Again, if I'm not winning, I want to be out. I don't care if I could be winning. That's a mistake I used to make all the time. Fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, it resolved. Sei gesund. Let it go. I'd rather give up the opportunity than the loss at this point, because I'm always having an asymmetric loss. So for me to eat the loss is more painful than to take the profit, because I can always make the profit. So unless I have no choice, I really don't want to take the loss. And this was problematic. Like it just traced down, took out the lows over here, came right back up. I would have been barely lucky to have gotten it, but not worth it. I flattened out. No harm, no foul. Yeah, I agree that the ATR needs to be below the candle. I really don't like the fact that the ATR is below the candle. I'm going to ask him, because the problem is it's blocking the dots, which is kind of annoying to be able to see, right? So I'm going to ask him. I'm going to see what we can do, how we can craft this so that it's easier for people to see. Yeah, we're taking London highs out, right? Running towards London highs. And if you were trading CFDs, this was a 45-point trade already, of which I managed to capture like 7% of the trade. I'm actually going to close the whole position on my CFD trade. I'm out of my, just letting you guys know, I'm out of my whole trade. So that trade, which we took basically on a directional purpose, really worked out nicely on a long-term basis. So that's great. Good for us. If you guys are trading CFDs, you on Ola Prop, that was a great, nice long trade for about 45 points. Just a bonus. Yeah, that is also, I'll ask him if it's possible. I don't know if it's a function of Wellscript or not, but yes, I'll ask for those two cosmetic things, to see if possible. Or the other possibility, because I know we can make it flush left, you can put London, you can put the session high, session lows on the left side where it's not interfering with forward price action at all, right? That would make more sense. Probably would make more sense. Yeah, huh? Yeah, Tammy, I was just thinking the same thing. I'm not sure ATR bubble could be transparent, but I could find out. Again, I'm not familiar with their ecosystem. All right, we're getting a red triangle, right? And candle. So the question is, are we topping out in front of London highs? And we'll know that if we get a red dot. Then we can take a trade the other way. I actually want to, where am I? I want to 61. Let's go to 61. I'm going to rotate my accounts. I love that about well charts and how fast you can rotate your accounts. Left or right. It's really, really great. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Nice to have you guys in New York. We're actually managing to do pretty good, or pretty well in the New York session. We even managed to take out 45 points on the CFD front on a longer term trade. So let's stick to our process and let's keep trying to hit our targets. ATR compresses down to 13, so we really need to be trading 5/10s. So I'm going to kind of adjust my targets to 20/40. So big reversal right in front of the London highs, as you can see, but so far haven't broken the lows yet. Let's look. Let's see what it wants to do. Oops, sorry. I I just did something. Oh, what did I just do? Sorry. I moved everything around. All right, we're getting a red dot. 20 seconds left. Not quite. Okay, let's see. Definitely a red dot there. 10 seconds left. No red dot, unfortunately. No trade. Close but cigar did not beat the lows. I'm using my own indicator. Good morning, FTSE. This is a version on Wealth Charts, and we have the exact same version on TradingView. This is the TradingView version. You know what I think is a difference? I think the other thing that what I did in TradingView that I think so there's two things we can do on the code. On TradingView, the ATR is floating above the candle, not directly above, but actually like a certain percent above, which would be fine. Like if you just simply made it, because that's how you can see the ATR is like way above here, whereas in Wealth Charts it's totally compressed. Oh, by the way, I think I was doing a video summarizer. Oh, I hit. We screwed up the video. Let's do the because that's exactly when I spilled, right? So let's do the video summarizer of the ORB trade. While we're kind of watching, let's see if we can process this video for us. See, no red dot, and we kind of stalled. And had we taken that trade, there was zero forward movement. So it's like that's the reason why I absolutely love that as a structural indicator. Well, we're popping green. Contra signal. Let's see if it holds. The slope is going red, so it's not holding. Getting more green slope. This one is gonna. If this one goes green, that's a buy for us. $30 seconds left. Let's see. Three seconds left. We're buying. Order failed to place. Why? Why? Huh. Oh, maybe I'm in the wrong count. 359. Huh. Just as well. That wouldn't have worked. Another red dot here. Wow, I wonder why that failed to place. Why is order place sent order? What's going on here? You know what? I'm gonna refresh. Something is wrong. I must have done something to my well charts. That's always the case. If something is your well charts, just refresh it. Let's see if that works. All right, we're in business. I'm gonna go 5 on this to 358. Let's see if this works. Actually, I'm going to go 1. Let's just see if it works on 1. Yeah, okay. Just I must have hit something, hit a key or something. That was wrong. Anyways, that was a unnecessary trade here. This setup failed. Remember, I said to you, if it doesn't get done on the first trade, it's probably not going to get done. So now we have a flash down. Now I'm going to get serious about the trade. Short trade. If we get a red dot, we're going to short it. It's basically London high hitting a ceiling, and they're trying to reverse the move. So let's see if they actually are able to reverse the move. $30 seconds left on the trade. If this thing stays red, we obviously have a short here. Trying to get myself into the ask. Can I get in there? Am I in? I'm in the trade. See, the other thing is I love, like in wealth charts, that you can join ask and try to get yourself. See how easy that was? That was super, super easy because I put myself on the ask, got myself at a really great entry price, and boom. But even if I didn't, if I just simply hit sell, it still would have hit the target because it was a good momentum trade. Yes. So everybody who got the dots indicator, you have the access on TradingView, and the access on on wealth charts will be processed probably within there's a whole bunch of administrative work we got to do cleanup on dots. So you absolutely will have access to dots, but it may take a day or two, maybe even until next week, for us to kind of process all the dots people who have it, right? So you have it first and foremost on this. But I'll take a look at it. If you want to email me, Shun, just email me. I'll just make a special note for you, and I'll see if we can onboard you right away. Okay. Oh, let's go look at if the video got summarized. So remember, guys, somebody was asking about the ORB. So here's the summary of all ORB strategy. Strongest breakouts don't pull back. Cherry-picked examples, educational videos, blah, blah, blah. Defining a valid breakout. Breakout height might be greater than 1 times ATR. That's interesting. They're actually using ORB as an ATR structure instead of just some kind of a volatility structure. And here's a strategy 2, breakout, pullback, continuation. Stop order at ORB high on pullback, variation tested. See, there's 5 different strategies that you can go through. So there you go. There's your ORB playbook that you could use. So very cool. Again, that is totally free. It's the Prop Trader Edge free tools. Free tools that I made for you, and this is the video summarizer inside of it. So if we go over here. We go to free tools. Just simply go to Prop Trader Edge, 3 tools, and you're good to go. More red dots, but this is not a signal trades for us, so no signals. We're actually doing, I think, pretty well. I think I haven't counted, but I'm kind of estimating. I think I'm like 5-1 in New York, which is pretty good given how we did. Plus, I really killed it. Look at this. Look how well we did on the CFD trade. Look at the distribution of profit all the way pretty much to the top, right? Just almost, I was within 5% of the top, and then of course now it's correcting. But that was a great looking trade, and all of that done with the help of my partial exit tool. Why can't I get this? Sorry guys, I'm trying to. Oh, where am I? Why am I? What's going on over here? Oh, here it is. Okay. There we go. And back to futures trading. Yeah, Logan does ORB. Big Daddy Max does ORB. That's sort of his big thing. And it's pretty cool, it's really cool. By the way, you could do ORB with this trade management tool really well. I haven't even thought about it, but actually that's probably like a great use for the Ola Prime trade. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that every single session. I'm going to try to absorb their best ideas and then see how we can configure it. And then, it'll be super easy for us to create the structure. We are, what are we at? 15 minutes to the open. By the way, look how clear it was that they rejected London high, right? Like super easy to trade. Hey, I wonder is Astrologer in the room? Astrologer hasn't been I haven't talked to him in ages. Astrologer, are you around? Yeah, dots plus ORB. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, is Kathy is doing the summit tomorrow, right? I believe. So, yeah, definitely. Okay, we have one more lightning bolt trade here before the market opens. Right into the VWAP. English is going to hate this trade. If we get a red dot into the VWAP, he's going to hate this trade because it's just VWAP support. By the way, notice that I'm not doing any fuck around trades. I'm not like, oh, hey, the lightning bolt area is support. Let's just buy it. Let's see if it goes the other way around. Like one of the reasons why I've just been dead accurate today is because I've really stuck to my process. I'm sticking to no bagels. No bagels, guys. No bagels. Those of you guys who just joined us late, I was talking about the idea of how you just, if you're trying to just control your diet, there's no way that you're ever going to subscribe to anything that requires more than one decision, right? Because we just are incapable of like, creating all sorts of we're just incapable of managing lots of different inputs. Our disciplines just won't allow it. So like I was saying that that I started eating way too many bagels, and I got fat as a result of it. So now I said to myself, I'm not going to deny myself anything except my morning bagel, like my one change in my behavior. And I was saying that is exactly how you could change your trading behavior as well. So the thing that I changed in my trading behavior was that I'm only taking dot trades and I'm rotating my accounts. I mean, I guess that's two behaviors, but really it's the same thing. I'm just basically focusing on taking dot trades and just rotating my accounts. Meaning that if I hit a loser, I go to a different account. I don't try to basically, put the account into a complete collapse. Bagels also spike your sugars. They do. They're so fucking good though. Oh, it was fun at the summit. But man, astrology, I got to tell you, wheat belly, yeah. I hear you guys. We've been, like just trading the dots, as a con firm. We were at 10-1 in London, and I think we're like 6-1 in New York right now. I'm obviously not doing 40 trades in 4 hours because I'm being a lot more selective, but my hit rate is just so much better. I mean, believe me, I'm not holding my breath, but if I could get, if the hit rate could be between 75 and 80, that is just money. I mean, at 75, we're very, very good, but at 75, 80, that just prints us. Then I can take all these, I'm trading all these evals as though they were funded, just on a, not one and done, but just like grind it out. And we'll see how it goes. Maybe my whole game plan here is to see if we can take the evals to a funded account, just trading it normally, because that means that we can then, when we are in the funded structure of these particular evals, we can trade them to target much faster. I'll go through all of that tomorrow and pass the prop for those of you guys that want to join me for coaching, and I'll explain it more in detail. But it's very, very cool. The most important thing is the structural alignment. No bagels, really rough. But Carlos, it's the only thing. That's what I'm saying to you. It's rough if it's like 1 out of 10 things that you're not denying yourself. I just made one decision. No bagels for breakfast. That's it. Just like I made one decision, no trades except unless a dot confirms it, right? So same idea. Somebody was talking about the atomic habits. By the way, just every time I'm doing a video that I'm summarizing, it goes into our database, so it's an instant recall. Like it's an instant recall. So for example, what do we do on the ORB? Did I watch this? I think this was the ORB video. Yeah. No. Shit, I don't have this one. What was this thing? This was the video that we just did. So it usually takes about 60 to 90 seconds to process it. But once it's already in the database, like I just processed it for you, watch this. Look how fast that is. It pulls it all up. So I already did it for you. If you guys want the ORB video, you could have it, very, very quickly. So it's very cool that way. All right, it's 10 minutes. Now it's like, do you really, really want to take trades in front of the open? Wow. Are you guys like pre-diabetic or something? I never think about a sugar spike in my life. And I guess probably that's the problem because, that's why I got so fucking fat. But I really, fortunately, I don't have any of those issues. I'm not hypoglycemic. Lightning bolt trade or lightning bolt signal. See if we can get a red dot trade. Oh, that sucks. That totally sucks. Yeah, I'm very lucky. I'm very, very lucky. I'm Russian. You can't kill us. We were like raised on residue of nuclear power. So if we survive that, we can survive anything. We're like cockroaches. Funniest story ever. Like, I think maybe I've told this to you guys before, but like, yeah, that's good. No, it's smart colors. So just to give you the idea of like how primitive Russia is as a society when I was growing up, tuberculosis was still a thing, right? So every Russian child gets a tuberculosis inoculation, which is like Americans are like, completely in shock of it. So whenever I do a physical, I literally test positive for tuberculosis and they freak the fuck out until I have to tell them, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm Russian. And they go, So, it actually have like a huge mark on my arm because like the inoculation in Russia was just like brutal. Like it literally like a 2-inch scar from my tuberculosis inoculation. So yeah, I think diabetes is like our last worry as East Europeans. Would kind of tempted to take this trade, but I'm not going to because we got like 5 minutes to before. But this is a reversal signal. But remember, like this is almost like this is the reason why New York can be such a treacherous session because you're going to get so much two-way. This is the thing that I realized about the opening hour or the opening half hour of New York, and why when we run all of our stats, that's always the most losing hour, is because it's a pure two-way price action. Every breakout turns into a fake out, and every fake out turns into a breakout. It's just sort of like there's very little continuity unless there is just uniform fear or uniform greed. And that is why the first half hour of New York is generally just crap. Like it's just not worth trading most of the time. I mean, we do it because we're here, but we're going to try and do as little bit as possible. It's the two-way price action of all the moves that wipes out both the longs and the shorts. And I think that's intended because they know they can sweep the ladder up and down and basically manufacture stops on both sides of the equation. Yeah, what's interesting is actually it's interesting you say that, Futsi, because when we're doing the analysis of my trading yesterday, I think it was maybe I was doing it in well charts. Wednesday was the one negative day. Yeah, this is our proprietary indicator that I made called DOTS, PK DOTS. It's the last week that you can get it for lifetime. So I'm going to give you the link. Everybody who's interested in the indicator, here's the link in chat. And you guys feel free if you want to come join us for lifetime. After that, it's going to go on a pure subscription basis. You're never going to be able to get it for life. So enjoy. What time is it now? It's 5 more minutes to the open. You use Austin's strategy open range. Austin Silver, he has an opening range strategy. I thought he just trades the VWAP. Oh, you're trying to understand. Oh yeah, I'm going to have Austin on the show. I'm actually going to have this is another thing. We've just been so busy getting all the tools ready for you guys that I just haven't had a chance. But as everything is all going to be just organized now, and we're really settled on a beautiful tool set. Austin was on the summit yesterday. I'm gonna have Logan. I'm gonna have Austin. I'm gonna have a lot of people come on, and describe in detail what they do. on the show. So that's going to be, it's going to be probably going to do guest Friday as our like repetitive feature. And I absolutely going to, bring a lot of people on board to do this, because I think it'll be a lot of fun, and we'll all learn a lot. But there's like 1,000 projects in front of me. I'm just trying to get a hold of them. But I think we're close to really, the wealth charts is done, trading view is done, the indicators are pretty good. All the tool sets the AI tool sets are working well. So hopefully we can focus just on trading and having guests and having everybody around. Logan has indicated very similar to ours. Listen, I'm certain, that all of us trade in one way or another a very, very similar format. If you're successful, you're probably trading, the same pattern, just from a different perspective. But that's interesting. I mean, I'm going to talk to him and find out exactly what he does. Because I know he's also been completely obsessed with vibe coding and an AI. I know he's done a lot of work there. All right, where are we at? It's 2 minutes in front of us. It's not even volatile. It's like 10, 11 ATR, but it just looks so volatile. I'm not sure. If you're a BK lifetime member, there's a little bit of confusion, which I'm going to I'm going to send out an email today about that. Shit, I forgot. Oh, fuck. It's another one to do. I'm going to send out, if you're BK lifetime, that means you bought a BK lifetime membership, which we haven't sold in like 3 or 4 years, then you will be onboarded automatically. But if you have a lifetime for Profit Tools Max, the prior lifetime, this is an upgrade because it's a different product. Okay, so just I'm going to clarify all that in the email to everybody, and it's going to go out today. Yeah, it's actually going to go out today. Jesus, so much stuff to do. Okay, all I want to do is trade. And everybody, drive me crazy with all the administrative stuff. But yeah, that's the answer, Chris. So I don't know, where you stand. I got to take a look in your record. All right, are we popping? Are we getting a lightning bolt open? Come on, Poppy. Let's make ATR more than 11. Let's make America great again. Let's go to, there we go. 12, 14. Okay, we're starting to pop. All right, so today is actually sort of an interesting day. So between VWAP, London highs, 30,000, PPI being positive, a lot of cross-current flows. If I am betting on where the general direction is, I feel that the buyers are going to come in, take out the 30, and push it higher. But then, I've been wrong many, many times before. So I don't trade my opinion. I just trade price action. And right now we're going to give it at least 3-4 minutes of settlement before we start looking for ideas. ATR is still pretty timid at. Is it really 13? I can't believe it's that low. Yeah, it's still 13. Pretty timid. Tony, are you a new member? Like you just joined? Is that what you mean by new members? All right, another lightning bolt move. Are you thinking about joining? Well, if you want to join, I just gave you the link. That's the best. That's the best deal there is. Because that lifetime deal is going to go away. Do you have the link, Tony? Should I? Do I need to? Yeah, I'm gonna pin this link over here, so it's in chat. All right, we're moving around. Good morning, everybody. Broke the View app. Maybe. Yeah. Hey, are we really going to go down to London lows, astrologer? We might. I mean, it's not that far away, right? Here's London high, London low. Volatility is at 17. So actually, the first order of business is let's make sure we put our stops and targets to their right place, which is 1020, because now we are in a wider volatility envelope. So I want to adjust that, and then we'll go from there. Just to show you guys, look at the 5-minute on the CFDs. We're like, talk about completely uncertain of where you're going. Look at that move, huh? All right, lightning bolt to the upside. Did we get some upside going? Astrologer says we're going to London lows. London calling. ATR now close to the 20s. Let's see if this green dot holds. If this is a hold around the VWAP, I'm going to start running it back up towards London highs. Nope. Man, just reverse up, reverse down. Astrologer is right. We're going down to London lows. I haven't really read any of the commentary on Twitter yet about where everything stands. I wonder if we are, I'm also just very curious. I wonder if we're just getting a lot of geopolitical heat. Broader consumer credit is growing, blah, blah, blah. No. CENTCOM. U.S. forces redirect 2 vessels since the Iranian plenary started. Huh. Okay. No, nothing. Nothing on here. All right, here's the really important question of the day: England or Argentina? Post your prediction. Let's go. Let's have some fun. England or Argentina? I'm rooting for Argentina. Argentina, England, Spain, Spain. Yeah. Well, I mean, the other thing is, oh, look at this, Miguel. You're rooting for Argentina. It's interesting. I did not think you would. You'd go for Argentina. Look, everybody's leading Argentina. Honestly, guys, come on. It's a sentimental bet, right? Everybody just wants to see Messi win. But I think, who is it, Ben? Is probably right. I mean, England is playing really well. And, Kane. Argentina really has to get super lucky on a couple of runs. Right. Right, exactly. I mean, I know all the purists are gonna argue with me, but soccer is such a game of luck. England and Argentina only if Messi scores 2 or 3 goals, but that's possible with Messi. Messi is a beast. All right, so this is a brutal trade, right? Because honestly, this is a trade that's very hard to take. We have a lightning bolt trade. We have a possible red trade in here. 24 on the vol, by the way. The vols are really. You know what? We gotta lower it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna lower it to 1. This is what we're gonna do. Simple. Oh, what's going on over here? Simple. I'm going to go 8160. I'm just going to go larger, much smaller size, and sell this. Let's see. So now I'm basically 20 target, 40 stop, because this is a massive vol. And usually, my size was like 5 on these things, but now my size is just 1 because that's actually a very cool way of we can lower the size to get the bigger vol envelope. And let's see if this is gonna play itself out to the downside. But we definitely broke, and boom, there we go. Nice, right? This was a really intelligent trade. I know we could have had more. We could have had 100, 200 on this trade. We took like 40, but this was, maybe I should have done size 2, but this was really, really good trade. I'm telling you, why? So let me just kind of deconstruct why this trade really worked well, given what I was being shown here. Volatility now is 25, right? So you got to have at least a 30 to 40 point stop just to survive volatility, because average candle is 25, right? So it's got to be 2040, right? That's the first thing. Secondly, because you're 2040, you have to really compress your size. You can't be trading, if you're trading 5 10s at 5, you're going to be trading 1 or maybe 2s at most at 2040 because of the volatility. But the signal, the structure, everything really was there. You had the big, massive sell-off. You had the red dot. And you had to believe that the London lows were going to be taken out, as astrologers said they would be. Now comes the interesting part: is where do we hold and where do we turn? Because if we start, if we can hold and turn, now we have a really big move the other way around. Yeah, penalty competitions are mostly luck. They can be. But what I mean about luck is soccer is such a tight, slow scoring game. You literally could have just one positive attack, one break, runaway break, and the weaker team scores, and the rest of the time they just sit around and huddle in front of the goal, and it's impossible to penetrate. Like, there's no other sport where you could just kind of sit on a lead like this. Certainly no American sports just can't even fathom that idea. You know, like if soccer was an American sport, the average game would be 10-7. Am I right? Like, if we really want to Americanize the game, it'd be like a 10-7 game. Tell me I'm wrong. Ben, tell me I'm wrong. If you really want to make soccer popular in America, it's got to be like, or at least it's got to be like a 5-4 game minimum. But you really want it to be a 10-7 game, right? So holding London highs here should be interesting to see. Baseball is nowhere near as low scoring. I agree, Cody. But Cody, like, what's the average? I'm going to look up the average amount of runs per baseball game versus the average amount of runs, average amount of goals in Premier League. We're going to look this up in Gemini as soon as we have an opportunity, to stop. And we have a reversal candle here. We're looking for a green dot or possibly a red counter signal dot. Yeah. Magnets in the rims. You watched the Women's World Cup? Is that what you said? All right, lightning bolt trade to the upside. No, not quite. But we definitely bounced off the London lows. Astrology, did you take those trades? Oh, the women's World Cup. Did the women win? Did the Spanish team win the women's World Cup? Would the women play like on a in 2 years, right? They play on the Olympic schedule. Lightning bolt to the downside, guys. They are pressing, man. Market just has selling on its mind. Okay, let's focus. We have a possible red dot candle here with 46 seconds left. Popping back up. All right, looking, definitely have a sell signal here. Literally aiming for the Tokyo lows, just brutally. We're just selling everything off. 15 seconds left. But I got to be very careful because if it gives me a lightning bolt trade, I can't take it. I have to wait. Gonna work. I'm going to take it right there. Just good enough. I mean, it probably would have hit target, but that was pretty good. Just another trade that we booked. Hey, okay, so who was telling me that baseball is a slow game? Look at this, guys. MLB, almost 9 runs per game. Premier Soccer, between 275. This is why Americans are never going to play this game forever. Strategy, killed it on the reversals. Good for you. But like now, we're just, now you got to be really, really patient. By the way, this is when, and I wish I could stay with you, but I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. I'm really annoyed because I really want to start. I really want to start like running 5 hours. Like I want to stay till 11 o'clock. I'm just going to tell all of my business partners to leave me the fuck alone. Let me trade. So I can't do it today, but I'm just going to try and do it tomorrow with you guys. But this is a super, super great time, especially after we had a big sell-off, to find the reversal trade. Like a really true big reversal trade. So like if we get a green triangle, green dot, that could be like a 30, 40 point trade. You could really load up the truck and try and do one and done if you want to on getting the trades passed. It may be 10:30, it may be 11, but it usually always shows up around this time, and it's really, really effective. The key thing is you got to just wait for the structure to set up. You need the signal and the confirm, and then that confirm usually is a very, very good move up to the upside. All right, 5 more minutes, then I got to go, guys. I'm sorry. We did a lot of good trades. Let me. I don't even know what we did. Let me go just look. I'll tell you. So we did 10-1 in London, and I'll tell you what we did in. Let me just look up because I don't want to take it off screen. So I'll take it off screen and I'll tell you. Okay. Let me see all accounts, trades today, just today. Okay, I'm looking it up, guys. Oh, come on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2. Eight, 3. Huh. Really? Okay. Oh, not as good as I thought. We're 8-4 in New York. Huh. I guess I must have hit a couple of losers at the front that I did not realize. Okay, New York was not as good as London. London was great, but it's just the start of the day. I'm very, very confident I'll be green all across. I'm basically green in 2, and red in 2 on the New York trade. Whereas I was green in all of the London accounts. But I'm very confident, if I have time to do like 3 or 4 more scalps per account, I'll get everything up to green. It's interesting. There was this one, I guess I had a bad run here that I didn't remember. Okay, so we're 8-4 in New York. We were 10-1 in London. So not bad. Maybe it's because I spilled water on my laptop. That's what I'm going to attribute it to. Yeah, we're testing Tokyo lows, London lows, everything. Now we got the green triangle. Show me some green. Let me make one last trade here. Come on, baby. Do it right. $30 ADR, so we're definitely getting a lot more volatility here. Okay. Lightning bolt and green triangle. Now it's a couple of candles to see if we can get a green green dot and a continuity trade. See you in Asia. Take care. Okay, one last time to let everybody know. As I said, our friends at Ola, if you want to trade CFDs, this whole tool and the indicator will be yours. I'm going to make the indicator again. And I'll have the full landing page that will explain the whole tool. The owner's manual, that's for owner's manual. So I'll have all of that ready for you guys by tomorrow. But be sure, if you want to trade CFDs, trade with Ola, any size account, and you're good to go. And then you can get the indicator. So I'm going to leave that with you as a thing. And of course, our friends at Apex always buy their 5 packs. This is what I'm trading right now. This 5-pack for $95 is the best deal in the world. I'm going to get those funded, and then we're trading them on a funded basis, which is what I did with you guys in London. All right, we're getting close. Am I getting a green dot? Are we getting a reversal? Astrologer, I hope you're long and strong. This is your kind of trade. All right, so we're getting a green dot right now, possibly a reversal trade in the move here. Yes, no, not quite. 30 seconds left. Let's see if that candle can hold. Just missed the green dot. Tough trade. All right, guys. Doesn't look like I got a trade. I got one last trade with you, but I'll leave you be a very good session today. Really traded well. I think New York was treacherous as always, but we managed to. I still managed to make 2 positives out of New York, and we'll try to do better as we get more and more comfortable with the trade. I hope you guys really, really enjoyed it. everybody enjoy the free tools that I gave you. And of course, if you want to join us, the link is pinned. Yeah, it was definitely slip and slide. That's a great description. It was definitely a slip. New York Open is always a slip and slide. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Everybody have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll see everybody in Asia tonight for Ola Trade Asia, and then and then we'll trade tomorrow too. Everybody have a great day. Bye bye.